And we're live, big dog.
What's up?
Kenny.
How's it going, baby?
Good. You might want to just get a little closer, but not too much. Don't get right up on it.
Is this good?
I think so.
Are we okay?
I can always turn the audio up later in the video, but...
Can you hear me?
I think they can hear you, dog.
Okay.
Kenny.
Guys.
We're here.
We are here.
We're here.
Put her there, partner.
We're here.
Put her there.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good to see you. Thanks
Good
for
to see you
coming
too.
over and doing this with me.
Thanks for having me, dog.
We've had so many funny, silly, goofy conversations that we've been like, fuck, man. Wish we were filming that. And other ones where we're like, this should never be filmed.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like every friend group has those.
But I guess we could just break into it with the story of Guz, where Guz came from, because that's what I'm trying to make the Guz thing stick.
I'm glad you adopted it as your own.
I really did adopt it.
Yeah, we were driving through like some fucking mountain.
I don't even remember this story now. That you're saying this. I don't even remember where it goes. I just remember it came from you. You're responsible for Guz.
Yeah, we were driving through the mountain somewhere. It was all snowy and stuff. And for some reason, we were on a tangent about like war movies. Mm-hmm. Remember it? And it was like,
yes,
if someone dies, like, or they're like, tell my wife.
Tell Laura I love her.
Tell Laura I love her. Give this to my kids.
You're gonna tell her yourself, Guz.
You're gonna tell her yourself, Guz. God damn it, pull it together. So it all came from that, because we were just doing that tirade. But
see, I think I remember it differently. I feel like I think you're getting it a little mixed up, because I think I said that after you just came up with the name.
It came out of nowhere,
because you said it. You just said Guz.
Well, because
you just started saying Guz.
Because you could say it in the voice, Guz.
Guz.
You tell her yourself, Guz.
Tell her yourself, Guz.
It just came that way, and I was like, that actually.
Because you're Kenny, and James, who was on the podcast, the first episode is J Rock.
J to the ROC.
Or he has a million nicknames.
Yeah,
Jimbo. But I've never had a nickname that I liked ever. Like my dad calls me like Tater or Tate, but my dad can call me whatever he wants.
He's your dad.
He's my dad. But like when my friends call me Tay or Tay, I'm like, ugh, like it's like nails
Tay's
on a
weird.
chalkboard.
Tay's weird.
Tay's like, I just don't like it. It's weird.
I've never once called you Tay.
No, it's
I never
don't.
will.
But Guz, I was like, my first reaction to it was like, ew, it's a nickname and I hate it. And then I was like,
it wasn't bad.
I was like, I think I like Guz.
Yeah.
I think Guz is good, and so I adopted it.
I think we all did. It took you a while to come around, but we just kept calling you Guz.
Guz. So if anybody wants to call me Guz, I hope that my hope is that I'll go on tour and somebody in New York will call me Guz. Somebody all the way across the country, and I'll just be thinking of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kenny, thanks for coming on. I mean, who are you? Who are you? Introduce yourself. What do you do?
I'm Kenny. I'm the vocalist in a band called Dead Crown. I also run my own kind of business, I guess. I'm self-employed. I don't know. It's still weird. Just fucked around with Photoshop and stuff a couple years ago.
Right.
And been full-time doing that, doing artwork, merch designs, branding, and also now music videos for the last couple years for bands. So
God, you're such a legend at music videos.
I do all that shit.
You're so good at it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I wish some people would fucking hire me. Could use the business right now.
Well, hey, maybe somebody will hire you off this podcast. Who knows? Yeah. There's Jimbo in the chat. I don't want to. By the way, you'll see the chat pop up.
Yeah.
We're gonna go through the chat and like answer questions. If anybody has questions, they'll put them in the chat, and then like, but we'll do that later, so we're not too distracted.
Yeah, whatever works.
But so I wanted to bring you on for a couple of reasons. One of them is that you're a creative powerhouse.
Thank you.
A literal creative powerhouse, and you inspire me to be better and do more. And I guess I'm kind of might go through some of the same things that I asked James about when he was on the podcast, but like I still don't know some of this stuff, so it's fun for me, even though we're bestest buds and we hang out all the time. We don't talk about this shit. So
yeah.
But like, when was your first time that you like picked up a camera? Do you remember the story there? With, the first time you did?
I do. Because I've been doing, at this point in time, I've been doing design full time for a couple years. And
graphic design?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I was doing that music industry, making cover art.
When did you start doing that?
Dude, I cracked Photoshop when I was like 14 and stayed up all night against my parents' rules and stuff. And
did you get it on? Did you download it on LimeWire?
No, Pirate
Bay,
it?
Oh, Pirate Bay, dude. Goat. Rest in peace, Pirate Bay.
It's still around.
Is it?
Yeah.
No way.
But yeah, I was a savvy little fucker, I guess, for my age and stuff. So, yeah, I cracked that shit and just started doing stuff for like my first bands I was in. And then it just kind of started going off from there. And then I think when I was 20, that was when like I finally went full time with it. But from 14 to 20, I was fucking around and doing all that shit. But then I was doing a project for someone. I think I edited some promos, like some green screen promos or something.
What does that mean? Like
it was like these bands like took photos like with a green screen.
Oh, and then you put like a fake thing in like a fake city in the background?
Kinda. Yeah, that's pretty cringy.
Dude, I wish we could find that. Do you have those anywhere?
No, dude, but the guy that took the pictures and stuff, he was like, "Hey man, you should really get a camera." And I was like, "Huh? You think so?" And he was like, "Yeah." And so bands, we both know bands. I bought his Canon 60D off of him.
You bought a used camera from another guy that does photos?
And then my old band, We Rise the Tides, we signed with this like really small record label, but we went down to Sacramento, made an EP with Aaron Pauley, who's now in Of Mice and Men.
Yeah.
And then we did a music video with a guy named Corey Harrington. I don't know if he still does music videos, but I just like on set, I don't know, I'm very visually observant. So I just watched all the things he was doing and stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, I understand how he does this now.
Yeah.
And so when I did get a camera and stuff, it was kind of just right into like the video stuff and right into making all that stuff. So, but yeah, I do remember and I think actually my older brother, shout out Brady, I think he helped me buy the camera. We went half in on it because he was like, I want you to do some stuff for me at the time and stuff. So, yeah, I did that, and that's just how it started. And then
were you originally thinking you were gonna do more photo stuff? Because you don't do you don't take a ton of pictures. You'll like take pictures.
Yeah. It's definitely.
But it's not like your thing.
So I did do like a lot of like concert photography and shit like that starting out. But like any person, kind of, well, not any. There's a lot of people out there that do it and do it successfully. But I learned pretty quick that concert photography is a lot of work and you don't get the fucking payoff for it.
Oh, for sure.
There's not a lot of money in it. There's not.
It's always for promo for portfolio building.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So
or just to get into the show.
But then
for
once
free.
I acquired that video skill and stuff, that's when bands like I went on tour with Capture the Crown. Got to go to Indonesia with them and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
I actually want to talk to you about Indonesia later.
Yeah, but so that's how it kind of all progressed, and then from there it was just kind of like well, I don't really. I remember this moment vividly. Actually, I got a photo pass at Warped Tour one year, and I was like, I think I was drunk. I was definitely fucking drunk, but I think it was Wage War set, and I was like, dude, why am I doing this photo shit? Why am I gonna like photo their set right now? Like, I love the video shit.
Right.
So I just said in my drunken state, I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna make a little hype video for them. And I did, and they ended up using it on their website and shit, and all their socials. No, for Wage War.
Oh, Wage War.
Because I just was at Warped Tour, and I was just like, fuck this. I'm going to do video right now. I'm not going to fucking do this.
And you were supposed to be shooting them, or you were just...
No, I was. I was shooting all the bands. I was shooting all the bands and stuff.
Okay.
But, like, instead of shooting photos, I was like, I don't even like shooting these photos. Really.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. It's not as
fun. They
fun.
might not even use them.
And so I just fucking... I did a video for Wage War, and I think Gideon. And Wage War ended up like using it on all their socials, use it on their website and
bro,
stuff.
You gotta hit them up and be like, hey, remember me 10 years ago, dude?
Yeah, but like, dude, so like that aspect of my work started kind of going around. And then recently, did it with Attila and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so.
You went on tour with them.
Yeah.
And then you stayed along and did the video shit for them and stuff. And you've done work for them. A couple videos or just one?
I did their Metalcore Manson music video.
That's the only one you've done?
Yeah, that's the only music
video. That video was dope.
It was. That was a point in my career where I was like, all right, this is a big test.
Mm-hmm.
And
you flew out to Florida?
Pass? Flew out to Florida.
Stayed in the Franz mansion with the guy from
Attila? Stayed in the Metalcore mansion. It was...
Was it fun?
So fun.
Cool guys?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, hell yeah.
I love those dudes to death. I have nothing but love for Attila. They're awesome. They've given me a lot of opportunities, and I'll always be grateful for them.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, no, that music video, like, because I've always done things like a very DIY ghetto way. Like, when people learn the shit that I work with, like, whenever we get fancy lights like this at a studio, I'm like, I don't know how to use these guys.
You have to have me come with you.
Yeah, I'm like, Taylor, how the fuck does this shit work?
Which people don't know, but we do a lot of, like, we've done a couple of Dead Crown videos together. Kenny we share gear. He helps me out. We have an interesting relationship where he hit me up originally. You hit me up originally, and you were like, "Hey, dude, like, when we first started hanging out, I think we played a show together. Yeah. When was that Bit House Saloon show? 2019, 2019. Early. It was in April or some shit.
Yeah.
Of like 2019, and that was the first time we actually like met and hung out. And then think the first video we did was that a Dead Crown video, the first one.
I think it was, yeah.
And you were like, "Hey man, can I borrow can I rent your like gimbal and a lens from you?"
Yeah, I needed some gear.
And at that point, I was like, this is like maybe an opportunity for me to like learn some shit and just like have an experience. So I was like, no, I don't really want to rent and I don't let anybody borrow my shit.
I know, yeah.
Nobody's allowed to rent my shit.
Yeah.
Nope, it's immediate nope. But I was like, this is an opportunity probably for me to learn some stuff. We can hang out some more.
Yeah.
And that kind of started this relationship of like, I'll let you borrow some stuff and then you teach me some stuff. And it was a cool, like kind of a trade in that way. And I worked out a lot, you know, it worked out for me well because
and now every shoot I do to this day, I'm like, fuck, I wish Taylor was here to help me with this shit.
I'm your little camera jockey.
Dude, but it actually, it helps so much because you know how to do all this technical shit. And I'm just like, fuck, man. And it makes everything go so much quicker when you're around. So,
But anyway, I lost my train of thought there a little bit. But yeah, you invited me to do this video, and then from there, like we've done all different kinds of videos for country music. We've done other band stuff, and you know, you've even been able to pay me sometimes. You know what I mean? Which is cool.
That country video was sick.
Dude, it was so much fun, and I flew the drone for it.
Dude, yeah, the drone shots are amazing. I always tell people, like, you know, because they ask me about the drone work, and I'm like, that's all Taylor. And I'm like, if you want it, you gotta pay.
Right.
That's an extra perk.
It's a bump. It's
an upsell. It's an upsell, exactly.
Yes.
So the drone shots, that's an upsell. You gotta pay for that shit.
Right.
And Guz has got to come with me.
Right. Exactly. Look in there if you want to talk to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My bad.
That's all right. It's confusing.
But yeah. So but no, like, dude, I recently showed like some of my family members that country music video.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, this is probably the best work you've done.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're like, this is beautiful.
I'm glad you made that reel that you posted on your Instagram recently because I've been telling you to make a reel for like 2 years.
The dumb thing is I went to a royalty-free music website, downloaded a song, and then it got flagged on all social media.
What? Shit on them. Who's the royalty-free website?
Dude, I don't know. I just typed in.
Was it Storyblocks?
No, I
gotta use my Storyblocks login next time.
Yeah, I know, but then they're just gonna flag it too.
No,
dude, there's copy.
Your royalty-free was shitty. It must have been a shitty site.
Dude, it must have been, but I was like, this is fucking stupid. So like, no one ended up seeing it because it was like, this is muted. Like, you're using shit that doesn't belong to you, and I'm just like, holy.
I think it was muted.
Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I put
probably the algorithm.
Yeah, exactly. It made it tank, but
that's weird.
Yeah, the reel was cool. It was cool looking back at like the last couple of years of work I've done. And,
you're very overly critical of yourself, by the way.
I'm very, but like when I see stuff like that, I'm like, man.
And it's probably a good thing. It's probably why you're so good at what you do and why you have such a like track record of dank videos that you have in your archive. But I mean, not even to gas you up, it's just fact. And but it probably stems from being overly critical. But you'll be like, dude, is this shitty? And you'll like send me something to look over, and I'm like, dude, no, it's fucking great. Yeah. Like, and so I mean, that's kind of something I wrote down to talk about. Is like, you know, being self-critical. It's like, do you try? Like, do you think that you try to be extra self-critical of yourself? Like, do you think it's a subconscious thing that you're doing?
No,
to like,
I could break this down. It's the curse of being creative and the curse of being an artist, because every project you do, you're striving to be something here. Right. Once you finally get there, you're already looking
at the next guy,
at the next mountain.
Right.
You know, so it's and I guess that's like a good thing. And I think that's, you know, if you're a true artist and stuff, that's how you should be and how your mind should be wired. You're always evolving, adapting, and by the time you reach a milestone. That's why it's like cool looking back at some of my work, because I go, I remember when like I wanted to do this shit and like I did it. That's really cool.
Like, but you showed me the I remember for the last Dead Crown video you released that I helped you with, you were like, we need to step up our game. You even met with me when we used to have an office together, and you were like, we need to step up our game, and I want my videos. I want to get back to some of the shit that I used to be inspired by.
Yeah, and I didn't. I wasn't
you videos.
Yeah, I wasn't able to do what I wanted to with that. We ended up just going performance and like simple for that music video and stuff. But
still, some of the shots, like the drumstick shot.
Yeah, but like, and I still want to get back to that level. I still like want to get back to like the music videos I want to make. But no, that's what it is. Like, even with like my art and like video, everything, I'm always very, you know, my own worst critic, because I always want to be further. I always want to be that next thing.
That is that curse of being creative.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
You're never going to be satisfied, and that's why we all are depressed and drink.
Cheers.
So, yeah. You know.
But yeah, the creative world is definitely it's not very rewarding sometimes.
No, not at all.
You don't feel like you did like a great job. You know what I mean? Always on your own shit. What do you think is like the worst, without naming any names, like what's a story of like one of the worst, music video shoot experiences ever that you've ever had?
There's not really like any particular like worst.
Then what are like some button pusher things that just piss you off?
I think it mainly just like, there's been times where like, I've had a band that's like, I've flown out and they're like, you can like crash here, and then I go there and it's like a cat piss soaked couch, and like it's and then I end up.
We've all been there being in bands. Probably.
Yeah. So like I'm kind of used to it, and then just shit going wrong, shit being underprepared. Obviously, we always get the job done and stuff, and it's it's not. It is the band's fault, but also not the band's fault. It comes with experience.
Right.
But yeah, just sometimes shit happens.
You're also very direct.
I do.
You put the direct in director. You put the direct back in director when you're on set.
That's where we've had to be sometimes. There's been some shoots I'm like, I just have to just be like, hey guys, and just kind of just drop the shit and explain everything and be like, this is why we're not doing it this way. This is why.
People get mad at you for that too, because they think it's like.
But also, you're paying me for a reason,
right?
And I want a good product. I want a good product at the end, just like you do. And your idea and the way you're trying to do things, it's not gonna fucking transition well on the camera, bro. I'm sorry. So.
But this is my creative vision. I'm the musician.
Yeah. Yes. And I respect that, so let's meet in the middle.
Right.
There's always compromise,
Right.
But just stuff like that, man. But then there's also like great sets where like bands just give me the fucking rain. Like Osacea, love that band, love working with them. I just did a music video for them.
Have you done one before with them?
I've done 2 music videos with them.
Which one was the first one?
3.
Was that the one you did in the cave?
No. That's We Were Giants. They're also great too.
Was the Osacea one the one you did with the one take through the like basement thing with the gimbal work? I don't remember. So. What was the other video? Because I'm sure I saw it.
I don't even know.
He's done too many videos, folks. He's done too many videos.
But no, bands like Osacea and We Were Giants, they like some of the Osacea videos, like I completely kind of storyboarded myself. Yeah. And they just like gave me the creative freedom to do what I want. And that was really cool.
Which to me,
fun.
I feel like that's what I would always suggest doing. If you're gonna work with Kenny on a video, which you absolutely should, it's the smart thing to do for your band. You gotta just let him roll with it. And I would say, ask, can we do this? And then if he says no, leave it alone. You know what
because
I mean?
I think the biggest thing I get into the most with bands is, I get it. Like, bands are very eager.
Right.
And sometimes they have... Can people hear me?
Yeah, they can.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
But sometimes...
I'll just adjust it here and there.
Bands have really, really big fucking ideas. And they don't, and like, that's good. But it's like, hey, homeboy... You and your local band you guys aren't trained actors.
Right.
The money and budget you're gonna need to pull off all these things you want is Hollywood shit. You're not gonna be able to do that.
I need makeup and an actor.
And sometimes I have to that's a big thing that I get sometimes, not so much anymore, is people with like just way too big of ideas. And it's also like, hey guys, we're not making a movie. I mean, we are in a way, but also like we can't talk. There's no actual dialogue.
There's no script.
So and if there is a script, it needs to be able to be told without words. And that's a big thing that I think a lot of people don't realize. So it's, hey guys, we need to keep things simple enough, but also on point enough to where even without using words and you just really have body language and stuff, you can still convey a story.
Right.
And that's where storylines of the music videos kind of get tricky. And people try to go too far and too over the top. And I think that's the detriment to a lot of them.
And you've kind of found out for trial and error, because like you've got videos for Dead Crown that are like super. The one with your little brother, Family, is the video. Grumpy, if you want to throw it in the chat or something.
Yeah.
But Family like was an example of a video that's like super involved. It's got a story to it. It's got costumes and actors, and you got the guy who's a pro wrestler.
We got a pro wrestler, Shaft. Shout out Shaft.
Shout out
awesome.
And then, but you found out, kind of unfortunately, as fun as that is it's not even worth it sometimes.
Dude, that's the other reality too. Is like you can do all this big fancy shit, but like your viewers, the people on fucking YouTube,
just want to watch you be metal and rock out.
They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit, guys. Doing all the fucking cool storylines in the world doesn't mean shit. Unless you're fucking Morgan Wallen.
It does, you know? Right. It does if it
Unless you're Wallen doing a 3-part music video summers about how you miss your high school sweetheart.
Country music's different.
Different thing.
And so with metalcore shit, it just seems like, and this is not an opinion as much as it is just based on the data, it seems like your viewers aren't going to, if it's something that you want to do as an artist and you really just need to capture this idea, then maybe go for it. But it's like, you could also save some time and money by just rocking out and doing like a good performance video
and
of you in a warehouse.
And even with like the storylines and stuff, it's just, I always say just keep it stupid simple.
Yeah.
Keep shit stupid simple. You know, that's what's going to, that's what's going to digest the best and easy, especially nowadays, man. Like, you know, our attention spans are so short. Everyone's got glitz and glam at every fucking scroll. Yeah. You know, it's like people don't fucking care about this huge extravagant storyline. You really just need
like a clip to grab somebody.
Yeah, you just do stupid simple shit. Really be an iPhone of music videos. Yeah. Yeah, I understand your Samsung could do a million things, but it's a million things that no one gives a shit about and no one's gonna ever use. Just be really good at the shit you can do.
Right.
Move good, look good, fucking great camera work. You know, like. Hyper focus on the things.
You said something one time, or when I went and did that first Dead Crumb video, and like when it's your video and you're directing your video, I mean, you boss those boys around. I do, yeah. You are. It is dad and the kids. Yeah. You know what I mean? I love you guys. Yeah. They're watching Eric and shit, but you're and they know too that you're Papa Bear at the music video shoots. But it was the first time I ever heard somebody at like doing a music video thing go like stay in character like at the end, you know what I mean? When you're like your guitars
the tough look,
you're like stay in character, and it's like I was like, oh, and I tell my dudes that like all the time, like if we're, you know, doing a music video thing or whatever, like to be in character,
because nothing's worse when like, you know, you're like, oh, I need a little bit of like cool moody slow-mo to fill this one shot, and then you go to like where people are supposed to be in character and they're like laughing and shit. And it's like, God fucking damn it, guys.
Or smiling, you know? Or whatever.
Yeah, or like
you gotta be like in character.
Yeah, put your fucking,
and you're really good at being in character. That's another reason I wanted to have you on too, is because you're kind of a misunderstood guy. Yeah, you're kind of a misunderstood guy, and you know, as it is to your like Dead Crown, you kind of do it to yourself. Because you that's part of the I separate it as the dead Kenny persona, and then like the real Kendall Johns, and it's like people got to know that it's a fun tough guy character, and so it's like the tough guy persona thing. It's like it's hard to turn it on and off for some people, but you're really good at it.
The best characters in all of storytelling and all of history have been exaggerated versions of people's own selves. Right. So it's you turned up to fucking.
And you're a huge wrestling fan for people that don't know.
Yeah.
And so how long have you been watching wrestling? Your whole life?
Since I think I really got into it when I was like 12. Okay. Yeah.
But that tough guy persona thing is like, I feel like a lot of the metalcore, hardcore dudes, they can't turn it off. And they feel like they have to take it into their everyday life. But you're actually really good at turning it on and off. But a lot of people will take your music and your kind of fuck you lyrics that you write, which I love. But they will take that stuff and kind of be like, oh, like maybe like this guy, you know what I mean? And it kind of can be a double-edged sword because it's really attractive to a lot of metal fans. But then like some people are like, oh, I don't know about this guy. And that even relating to how we met. We kind of existed in the same space in our own lanes doing metal stuff in Portland and like never linked up for like 10 years. Yeah. And then we changed our band's names and fucking linked up basically at some point. Yeah. And there was other drama with other members that knew each other and stuff like that. But
high school bullshit.
Yeah, high school over bullshit. Girls and whatnot that ended up just getting squashed, which was one of the best things ever. And like we always say, they should have never let us be friends because we're powerhouses and we'll
make you a great country music video.
Oh, we will make you a great country music video for sure.
Morgan Wallen, Luke Combs, if you're watching this,
hit us up.
Take us out on the road. Let us do some work.
Let's do some work, you guys.
We'll do some work. Just
we know all
you'll
the
be
songs.
Happy. I've seen the videos you guys put out. They're not that great. They're not that great.
I sent you the drunk.
Except their music videos. Their music videos are great.
I sent you the drunk text the other night when I was in Spokane, and I did the I did
Sand in my boots.
I did Sand in my boots on karaoke at a random karaoke bar, and I fucking killed. Like as soon as what happened was we were at this karaoke bar, and everybody was singing these country songs, and it was like the entire bar knew these country songs that I never heard of, and it's in downtown Spokane. I'm like, okay, I guess this is a country town. Yeah. And so
anywhere not a major metropolitan city
is a
country town. Yeah.
And dude, like there was a country song, I had no idea who it was or what it was, and like this entire packed bar of people were screaming it, and I was like, if I do fucking Sand in my boots in here, I think it's gonna go off. I think it's gonna crack.
It's gonna go off.
And it fucking did. The second it hit, everyone's like, oh.
Yeah.
The girls are screaming, and I was just like front manning it up.
Dude.
It was all, I was like, because I just played a show too. Yeah. And so I was just like, I probably shouldn't have for my vocals or whatever, but I went in on it, and like shit was so much fun.
Dude, the crazy thing about country, because like, the Boondock Boys, that's who we did the music video for.
Right.
And then New Year's Eve, I worked their New Year's Eve show, which this is crazy. So they threw their own show New Year's Eve. So when you're country and stuff, you can do mad negotiations with these venues. So
probably shouldn't talk about numbers of their numbers or anything. I wouldn't.
Let's just say the deals that they got and everything,
unheard of for metal.
And with what they did and everything, let's just say they walked away with like more money than like we would ever see at a metalcore show.
Oh yeah, like 10 metalcore, a whole tour maybe.
Like, dude, it was a lot.
Yeah.
And the whole band, they make their living off just that band.
And they mainly play covers, but they do have original songs.
Yes, they do have originals. They have original album, but they play covers too. But then it's different. Like, they're not like, they do move tickets in some places, but since they do covers and stuff, they're hired as just entertainment. So bars will be like, we'll pay you $5,000 to come out here and just like do your guys' fucking thing.
Right.
So they're like, oh yeah, we're in Idaho this week. Oh, we're going to California next week. They're all over the place, just in like.
And they each take five Gs.
And country, country is so.
They each take 1,000.
And it's so accessible. It's entertainment. So like people who, if you've never,
it's kind of being a character too. It's almost like a character thing too.
But then these people like are just coming out just because they're like, it's Friday night and I'm gonna go fucking do the boot scoot and boogie with my wife at a bar. I don't know who this band is, but I'm going to know them. I'm going to buy their merch after the set.
Right.
But it's like, dude, it's just, it's entertainment. And it's so, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so are you from a town like that? You're from a small town. Is it a country town?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
Cathlamet, Washington.
So that sounds fun.
Dude, I grew up.
You were just a little turd in Cathlamet, weren't you?
Yes.
Your dad worked for the school, right?
Yeah.
And so you were just getting kicked out of schools and getting in trouble and changing schools.
Well, the fucked up thing, so you learn really quick when you're from so to put it in perspective, there's 30 kids in my graduating class. 30 kids. Those are the kids I started preschool with.
Okay.
Went all through school.
Until high school?
Yes, K through 12. Because we're all from the small town. 30 of us. Just 30 of us.
You must have got sick of each other.
Well, yeah. I mean, we all, it's definitely weird. I did do a year and a half at Kelso, but I got kicked out of there. But when you're, what you learn at these small towns and these small, because there was, what's 30 times 4? 120?
Yeah. Nobody said there'd be math.
Yeah, but so there's 120 kids in my high school. Compared to like all these other kids I went to high school with, there's like 4,000 kids in my high school. So when you're in these like small little places, small little towns, a lot of rules get broken. Things kind of adhere by their own rule. Like looking back, this should have been a conflict of interest or something. But every time I would get in trouble and stuff, because I was a little shithead, I didn't like, if I wasn't shown respect a little bit, I definitely would not give you any.
Right. By older people.
Yes,
which has always kind of been a policy for me too.
Yes, but this was written on like my teacher conference thing.
When
I was in 4th grade. My teacher was like, yeah, if you don't show him respect, he gives you none, and he'll make you know it too. So I've always just kind of just been like, no, fuck you. If
this
you're not,
kid's a hazard.
Come to play.
This kid's a fucking hazard.
If you come at me straight, I'll come at you straight. Vice versa, And I've always kind of been that way. So
don't sun me.
Yeah. But so then so when I would get in trouble at school and stuff, my dad, who is in the middle of his job teaching, would get calls. And the principal would come down. So my dad's getting dragged out of his classroom to come take care of me and to be like, what the fuck am I doing with you? I got like, my son just got suspended. And he's like, you know, so like there was.
What'd you get for fighting or?
One time a fight, other time like.
Did you win?
I think I won. I was in 8th grade for the fight. You know, do 8th graders win fights? You know, like.
They just slap each other and get separated.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was fucking stupid. But no, I got in trouble for a lot of weird things. And then I think, like, dude, like one of my teachers, like grabbed one of the students and like threatened him because he thought that, this student like egged his house.
Oh, shit.
And like grabbed him, like put him against the wall. And was like, I know it was fucking you that did that. Like my wife was home scared with our kids. And it was like, dude, shit like that would go on at my school.
It would slide. That kind of shit would slide.
I'm almost 100% sure there was teachers sleeping with students as well.
Put hands on a kid right now, you get in trouble.
Also, I did. I'm not gonna say how because I can't really throw my dad under the bus. But let's just say I know the rules and regulations for student-teacher relationships because I firsthand saw them and stuff. Because I TA'd for my dad my senior year. My dad's a teacher. They got to do these courses and stuff every year to stay touched up on certain rules. I saw all these rules and did all that stuff, and I was like, almost every high school teacher is breaking all these rules.
Ew, sketch.
Very sketch, bro. So like that's the school district.
They get away with it in these small towns.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah, you get away with lots of it. So, for example, I think the worst thing that really left a bitter taste in my mouth with Wahkiakum High School and like all this shit. When I was a terrible student. I almost dropped out. My mom, bless her heart, fought tooth and nail for me to like just get my fucking diploma.
She pulled the mom card.
Yeah, but she did a lot of things. She took me to Kelso for a year and a half until I was kicked out of that school. So I had to go back to Cath Lamont. But so my senior year, my band, we were playing the Rock and Roots Festival.
What band was this?
This is We Rise the Tides.
Oh, still Tides.
So
was Tides your very first band?
No.
We'll get into that later, but keep telling your story.
But yeah, so I got voted by my class to be a speaker at my graduation. We got the
motivational
offer,
Ken.
but we got the offer to play Rock and Roots, which like Falling in Reverse was headlining.
Oh shit!
And Volumes was playing. Like it was a huge festival in California. So
how old were you?
I was 17.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, and it lined up on my graduation. So I was like, hey, I'm not. Fuck y'all, basically. I can't.
Yeah, I gotta play this fucking.
I gotta play this festival. And then
it's gonna change my life.
I thought so. It didn't. It didn't do shit. We played in front of like 10 kids. It was sick. But so then I was told, okay, well you don't have to make up your detention time unless you're walking for graduation, the ceremony. So I was like, okay, that's what I was told. So I didn't.
You just couldn't put the gown on and do the thing.
Well, yeah, I was already gone anyways.
Right.
So then I was like, in order to do that, you have to serve all your detention hours. So
how much detention did you have to serve?
I think I had like 12 hours or something like that.
It's racked up.
Yeah, but
in a little shit.
Yeah, but here's now this is where it gets fucked. So I go, I get back from the festival and stuff. I go and I'm like, you know, I've worked really hard to get this fucking stupid piece of paper. I go to my principal and I'm like, hey, I'm here to get my diploma, and he's like, I can't give that to you. And I go, the fuck you mean? Like,
I'm sorry?
Yeah, like my mom's fucking killed herself to get me through this shit. Like I've fucking bent over backwards to get all my credits recovered. And he was like, you didn't make up all your detention time. And I was like, well, I was told since I'm not walking, since I was in California, I don't have to make this up. And he was like, well, that's not right.
He was so butthurt that you're a fucking little rock star.
So then I'm like, okay, so how do I get my diploma? And he's like, well, you got to serve detention hours. And I'm like, okay. We arranged the day. So school's out. It's
summertime. Yeah.
So I show up. I bring stuff for me to work on. And then I'm like, all right, I'm here to serve my detention. Is the library open? Can I go do my work and do things I need to do to serve the detention? And he goes, no. And I go, what do you mean? And he's like, he gives me a trash bag and a stick. And he's like, you're going to go pick up trash and you're going to help the janitors with shit. And I'm like,
no, he did not.
So yeah, I'm like, I'm not getting paid.
It's like child labor laws.
Yeah, like, and it's like, no, you're not making me pick up.
I'm not a criminal.
I'm not
doing community service.
Yeah, I'm not doing community service to get my fucking diploma. So, you know, I did what any fucking white boy would do, and I called my fucking mom.
Yes.
But
Triple J.
Yeah, so I fucking called my mom, and even my mom was like, "That's fucked." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, they're making me pick up trash and holding my diploma in my face." Like,
my own mother, who's probably
any mom would be pissed.
Holy shit!
So she was like,
"You're not gonna make."
Yeah, so she was like, "Let me call you back," and then the next thing I know, the guy's like, "Yeah, just do this for 2 more hours, and all your detention's clear." Because my mom just took care of it.
Scare the fuck out of him.
But dude, like it's like, but my mom's also the wife of a teacher that came up. My mom's been married to my dad this whole time. Like we've been at this school district.
Are they still together?
Yeah. Okay. They've been at the school district for years. It's
still at the school district.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's like you can't just like do that shit to my kid and like you're not gonna fucking hear about
faculty kid. Like,
and like yeah, exactly. But
yeah,
dude,
the nuts on this principal.
Dude, the nuts on this principal. Yeah, and then he didn't work there the year after.
He was. Oh, you quit?
Yeah, he's not there anymore.
That's so funny.
But yeah,
he was probably so butthurt that you're a little rocker. You're a little rock
dude,
star.
I'm just like, I don't give a fuck.
Imagine trying to fuck with kids like that. Like if you were,
if you were a
principal, I'd be like, rock on, dude, go get your fucking festival, and like you'll be good. I promise. Fuck your detention hours, I got you.
And it's also like I was there to serve. I was there. I was complying. I was like, okay, I understand. I
probably made him even more mad.
But then it's be like you're gonna do like labor and shit, and it's like, nah, this isn't what we signed up for.
No.
If this isn't what I would have to do if I was doing regular detention. No. Like this is bullshit. And you're paying other motherfuckers to do this shit. Like, no. Like get fucking bent, dude. You're not gonna fucking like use me like that.
Glad you still graduated.
I got my diploma. Never been asked once to ever see it.
Right.
So it's like it's a useless piece of fucking paper. Yeah.
But still, you know, at the time, it's like if you don't graduate, you're a fucking chump.
But that's the kind of school that I went to, and shit like that was like a fucking thing. Like I said, I know there was inappropriate relationships with like teachers and students happening. Like, but yeah, very country, right on the Columbia River.
Yeah.
I had sand in my boots many of times for real, because we'd go out in the dunes and play in the dunes and like all that shit.
Did you start your first band in that town?
Yeah, me and my
local Kath Lamb at Washington metalcore band.
My
Did you all have the scene hair and
no,
used to have the fro.
It was really bad. We were a band called Killjoy.
Killjoy?
Yeah, dude. And like,
Grumpy, can you find a band promo for Killjoy?
No, you can't. I don't think you can. But it was my brother. My older brother plays drums. He's like, we need a guitar player, and I was like, okay. And I was 13. Played my first show when I was 13 in front of Chris Novoselic, the bass player for Nirvana. Won our local Skamakaway Fair Battle of the Bands.
Is he from there?
He lives out in Grays River. Yeah.
Okay.
He's not from there, but he lives out in Grays River now. Okay. So, which is like just Grays River is smaller than Cathlamet. So like, yeah, dude just like got out of the city.
That's how you blew up. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, but hey, that was one of my first show experiences. Got handed a $200 check from Chris Novoselic.
Shut up. You got paid for your first show?
Dude, we won. We won the Battle of the Bands with like 2 people.
It's like a movie or something,
yeah, dude.
We
were awful.
Rock,
we were fucking awful, dude. It was so
What
bad.
kind of music are we talking?
I don't even know.
What
kind of music do like 13-year-olds?
That's so young.
They were all like 16 and stuff, but like, dude, it was, I don't even know if it was music. It was just nonsense.
So was Rise so that was what year?
That was like when I was 13, and then I had like a little punk band.
And you're 29? How old are you?
I'm 27.
27?
Yeah.
Oh, you're fucking young.
But so then after that, like I had a little punk band with some friends. We played like Reed's Pit Stop once.
What was it called?
That was called Eric the Red.
That was your punk band's name?
Punk band, yeah.
Was there a guy named Eric in your band?
No, it was just a cool Viking name. Eric the Red. He was a Viking. We thought it sounded fucking cool.
There's no guy named Eric. The frontman's not named Eric.
So then after that, or something, then I went on and I joined this band called Ashland. And I was like 15, 16. Ashland.
Like the town in Oregon?
No, like the Ashland Brook, the porn star. ASHLYNN.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ashland.
Yeah, but that band was actually pretty good.
Sounds very sceney and.
Yeah, we were like a Seos and wannabe band.
Okay.
But it was actually sick.
Well, that was popping back then.
Yeah. So like we would do like shows in Longview in front of like 400 kids, like all the time.
Damn,
and I was 15, and the oldest member in that band was 26. So
just to go to show you, so like you can't. It takes trial and error basically because you had to do bands
but then it was that band that made me grow up because everyone in that band was way older than me.
Oh,
I was in high school and they were like all out of high school.
Okay.
The oldest member was 26. Yeah, I joined them.
Okay, they were already a band.
And then we changed the name and then like all that. But
to what?
I can't remember what it was called before, but it became Ashland. But that's what I did my first tour when I was 15.
How long was it? How long was your first tour when you were 15?
2 weeks.
Damn, that's kind of a lot when you're 15.
Yeah, but it was awesome.
How did you do that with school? Was that during the summer?
Summer, yeah.
Okay. Did your parents always support your music shit, or was there kind of some pushback?
My parents reluctantly supported my music.
What was their first reaction? Were they kind of like, we want you to fucking be a doctor or teacher?
No. Like my parents never said no, and they that was the best way to put it. They always just never said no.
Okay.
And they always encourage stuff, but also at the same time, like me and my older brother put my parents through hell with music,
Oh, okay.
Taking over basements and garages and fucking.
Parents like that shit. They think their kids are being creative and shit.
Well,
right?
and dude, I don't know anyone that does that shit anymore.
What? That practices in their parents' house?
Yeah,
when
dude.
they're kids?
And if they are, they're like, "Fuck you," turn this shit off. You guys fucking suck.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like you're right. Like a lot of stuff is like nowadays is like one kid with a guitar and like fake drum tracks.
Yeah, dude. And my parents. Yeah, but like my parents, it was cool because they always made me feel like I had a chip or something on my shoulder to prove, because like I said, they never said no. They were always supportive of me. Mm-hmm. I can't say they never were, but they also were never fully like, that's awesome, because I don't think they knew what they meant, what it meant and everything, and they were just kind of like, oh, whatever. And I have 2 younger brothers, so my parents are also doing full-time parenting with 2 other younger kids, so it's like they can't,
And you had a moment that I think you told me about, where you brought that like million views like plaque
Oh, it was
thing.
Billboard.
Billboard chart. You guys, the Dead Crown got charted on Billboard.
Yeah.
And you brought that, and that was, I mean, you can tell the story, I guess, but you fucking brought it to Christmas or something, right? Or something like that.
No, I just gave him a plaque when we got it, because growing up, my dad got me into music through like Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, and Poison. Yeah. And we had all their like greatest hits DVDs, because that was the thing back in the day, DVDs. And they would always say, this single was on the Billboard charts for this long, and Billboard this, Billboard that.
Keep talking. I'm gonna grab you a drink.
Yeah. And so, in my head, because I got the daddy issues. I was like, well, maybe my dad will see my success and see things if it's something he can relate to. So I made sure to chart on Billboard, and I worked very hard to chart on Billboard. And so when we got it and we got the plaque, I took it and I was like, we did it. And he was like, what does this mean? And I was like,
it means we fucking made it.
It means
we're something.
It doesn't mean shit. Anyone can chart on Billboard these days. But it was, it was also so I wanted it for me too,
Right.
But yeah.
But that didn't. They still just weren't. You tried to flex, check this shit out.
Yeah, and there was okay, cool.
Right on. They were still kind of the same. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Same,
and I was just like,
very good, Kenny.
And I was just like, fuck.
Does your parents call you Kenny?
No.
It's just me.
It's just me.
It's just me and you. You call yourself Kenny.
Yeah, that's
you refer to yourself in third person as Kenny. So you did a hip hop thing between Dead Crown stuff.
Oh God, yeah.
What? You're so embarrassed about it. It's literally so good. You're so overly critical of it.
Yeah.
Was it expressive for you? Did it feel good to do it? I felt like at the time, because we really bonded over that shit. Because I helped you out with all those both of those music videos.
Yeah. And the one big thing I will say is
all 3. You did 3.
Yeah.
You did 3 music videos. Yeah. You wrote a really good song for your mom. You wrote a catchy ass song about riding in a Chevy with some black paint.
And we rented a Corvette for a day.
Rented a Corvette.
That was fun.
I flew the drone. It looked like a Ford commercial. It was fucking sick.
Chevy
commercial.
Idiot.
Sorry.
God damn it!
I'm sorry. Excuse me. Don't go all fucking car guy on me here. But no, I think it was a good project, and my dad fucking listens to it.
I know. I think the biggest thing for that for me was
I think you should do it again.
I might. We'll see. But I fucking I wrote all that stuff except for I think 2 of the songs. Mm-hmm. Alex Christian, shout out Alex.
It's called Kenny Almost Grumpy if you want to throw it in the chat.
But he wrote 2 of the songs, but all the other music and composition, everything was all me. And for me,
really good.
And for me, it was just a thing to say I can actually write music by myself.
You helped with the beats and stuff and everything.
I wrote a lot of the beats.
Them all.
Yeah.
And I remember. Is it black paint that has the guitar lick in it?
I did that as well, yeah.
That's fucking tight. Was that programmed or did you play it on a guitar?
It was programmed, then we hired a guy to play it and record it, and it didn't turn out very well.
But you like needed that at that time.
Yeah.
You're dealing with the problems that Dead Crown has, which we're not going to get into.
Yeah.
But you were like in between projects with Dead Crown, and it was like you needed that kind of like outlet.
I think I needed to prove to myself that like, you know, I can actually write music.
You're still fucking savage.
And I can write music, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not just a guy who has to scream
in a band.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm still dealing with that. So.
Well, I am too. Yeah. Like
that's why I'm doing this, because I want to show people I can fucking talk to people and do other stuff.
It's still like, dude, like every time I hop in the studio to like scream on a Dead Crown song, like I leave and I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely like,
this is what I'm good at.
I'm really good at this. Yeah, you know.
That's how I feel too. And when I perform, I feel the same way.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm really good at this. You know,
it's like, oops, what does high score mean? Did I break it?
Yeah, but it's cool to just like do other things and do things for yourself, and I
still want to do that in my life. I want to do some like different music.
Do it, dude.
Because I've always been doing the metal thing for like 10 years.
Dude, yeah.
But did it feel good? Was that your first time making other music that wasn't metal-y? Besides your sick punk project, Eric the Red?
Well, yeah, and in Ashland when we were like all Seosini and shit, I wrote like a couple songs for that band too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which that was cool. I've always loved melody.
Would you ever do something else like a country project or a rock?
Fuck yes.
Should we do a country project?
I would love to do a country project.
What do you guys think?
I've been talking to my boy Jason.
Oh.
I might get in the country game. We'll see. I gotta see.
Kenny almost should just fully, because you kind of played with it with Black Paint.
I did,
but you should just fully go country hip hop. Oh my God.
We'll have to see, man.
Let's go. And Guz could be a fucking feature artist.
Come on, baby.
Let's go. I'm down with it. I love that shit. But
yeah. So we'll have to see. I don't know. I got to figure my shit out. I got to figure out a lot. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we're all trying to figure out what we're doing.
Yeah.
But how do you stay? So one thing I like to talk to people about, because I'm such a frazzled brain, goldfish, butterfly brain, unmotivated person recently.
Yeah.
That it's like, how do you have so much shit going on with like music and then like music videos, and you're flying around all these places shooting music videos, and you edit music videos really fast, which is cool. But you just have a lot of projects going on. So how do you have like a method of writing everything out and like checking boxes and getting stuff done, or like or is it all mental? How do you keep it organized, and how do you stay motivated?
Here's what it is. I force myself to stay motivated, even when I'm not motivated. Like you gotta work, because like I also need money, you know.
Right.
But the big thing, man, is all my clients and everything. It's all just in a notes pad in my phone.
Are you done with that?
No, almost. So that's like how I guess I'm organized there. But the biggest thing is, and this might just be like, you know, my anxiety and everything that like kind of ended up being one of my best superpowers. But I made sure when I went full time, like solo, like freelance and stuff, to not create bad habits. That's the biggest thing, because there's so many people in this industry, especially in the arts and stuff, who it's like, I've been waiting 3 months for this music video.
Oh God.
You know, I've been waiting 2 months for cover art and all this shit. For photos, like all this shit.
Anytime I shoot something for a client, I want to get that shit
exactly
off my computer and give it to them as soon as possible.
Exactly. So like that's the big thing, is I just from day one I was like, you don't create that bad habit for yourself. When you have something to get done, just because you are self-employed and you could fuck off and do all, doesn't mean you're going to. You know, like you wake up, you go to fucking work still, and that means, you know, I've worked a lot of weekends. I've work 7 days a week, a lot. Exactly. You know, so that's a big thing. You know, if you want to be self-employed and be successful, like there's sacrifice that comes with that. You know, like, yeah, I get to do whatever the fuck I want, but also I don't have consistent income. Right. And also, like, I can't, you know, I give fast turnaround for my clients so that they keep coming back, and they're like, we always know we can rely on you.
Right. And we're gonna get that shit back, at least a rough.
As soon as you start creating bad habits for yourself. And some people are going to be like, no, I'm not going to do this, you know. Mm-hmm. So it's just, I think it's always been that. I've just always been sure to not create bad habits for myself. Right. And just stay on top of the shit. And
then during COVID, did you, like the first, I guess we're still in a pandemic.
Yeah, we're 3 years into the 2 week lockdown.
Yeah, but did you, because that's when we really started hanging out more, was like during that whole thing. And I guess business was okay. Like people were still making music videos, right?
I did great through the pandemic.
People were people kind of had to refocus less on live shows and more on their music.
Yeah,
I
didn't take a stimmy. I didn't take a PPP whatever loan. I didn't take none of that shit.
You didn't get a stimulus at all?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't want anything from the government, and the government should not want nothing from me.
Big dickin' over here.
Never taken a thing. Even when I was broke and I was in my days where like if I don't get a client today, I'm not eating. I never got EBT. I never got any government assistance. Right on. Because I don't.
Not that it's bad.
It's not bad. Just my personal belief. Like I don't fuck with the government. The less they know about me, the better, and I don't want shit from them. Stay the fuck out of my life. Yeah.
Right. it's a good relationship to just.
It's a very great relationship.
Just stay away from each other.
Stay away from me, and I won't take anything from you.
But you basically just force yourself to do it, and you give yourself the
man.
Don't be a bitch card. The thing with me is I have a lot of personal projects. Yeah. That I can't keep like if I had more client work, that would be easier for me because like you said, it's like
you have to.
I want to get that shit off my computer and give it to them right away so they're happy and they come back to me. When I have a real estate video, I turn that shit around. I don't do anything until that shit is done. Yeah. And when I have photos to edit, same thing. But with my personal project, like I have like so much of that drone footage. That would be money. I could probably do shit with it.
I think the other thing too is
what am I gonna? I just can't. I just like for some reason it's hard for me to. I'm like I think about it like once every week, and I'm like, oh fuck, it's like on my list of shit I want to do.
If I'm being honest, I think it also stems back to my daddy issues and how I was raised and stuff. I was very. My dad was very big on like if I ever quit or anything on anything,
football or something.
I would hear about it. Yeah. But I would hear about it, and I would be made to feel pretty bad about it sometimes.
That's a good thing to be made to feel bad about.
It went a little too far sometimes.
Yeah.
So now I have all these weird tendencies with certain like high stress and high anxiety things relating to childhood stuff that I should probably go to therapy for. Mm-hmm. But I think that's a big one. So now if I don't finish something I start, it's very strikes like an emotional chord with me. So I'm very much like that's why I'm particular about things I do start. Because it's like, if I don't finish this or follow through with this, then I'm a piece of shit. And I'm fucking, then it's like, it's bad for me in like my own personal way. So that's just how I'm wired and configured. Like I'm a bad person. Well, not a bad person. I'm just like, I'm a piece of shit if I don't. Yeah, but there's a lot of people who start shit up all the time and are like, yeah. And then they're like, well, fuck it. Or like they say they're going to do this, say they're going to do that. Like, busy. Well, yeah, or just like I have this idea, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna post it on the internet and stuff.
How long have I been saying I'm gonna start a podcast? Like, fucking.
But hey, you finally did it.
I did,
and
I'm 3 Wednesdays in a row.
And dude, I've started project and I've also failed at projects. But I think that's the biggest thing is I'm just wired to like if you start something like you at least have to see it through to a certain extent. Otherwise, I don't know. Then my self-worth and image of myself is going to not be as good as it once was.
I get baked at night, like really baked at night, and just eat. Serve myself up some shit mentally. Yeah. You know what I mean? I just eat shit mentally, and I'm just like, fuck, man. Like I haven't done enough creative shit. I need to write lyrics.
Yeah, dude. And
it's like all these things that I need to do. It's like I need a whiteboard.
And the other thing,
I don't think if I had a whiteboard that I would even use it.
Yeah, I did for a while, and like I used it for a couple months, and then I didn't. But the other thing is like, dude, I do all the same shit too. Like I'm not fucking perfect either. I'm not hustling and grinding and working all the fucking time.
But you are a fucking creative powerhouse.
Well, thank you. But yeah, like, dude, there's days where I'm like, all right, I'm snuggling with my girl and we're watching Survivor all day, and we're eating pizza, and that's all we're gonna eat.
We're gonna be out by the pool or whatever. Yeah.
But yeah, just I don't know. It's and then the other thing with art and with all this shit, there's no right or a wrong way. There's just the way that works for you. 100%. I'm a true believer in that. So the way I do things is not going to be the same for how other people do things, and the way I'm successful with things is not going to be the way it's going to be successful for other people. The way I fail at things isn't going to be the same for other people.
Nothing is one size fit all.
No, nothing.
Especially
nothing
when
at
it
all.
comes to freelancing.
Freelancing, art, music, everything. Nothing is one size fits all. You gotta go just find what works for you.
And maybe you can get tips from people or whatever.
Yeah. Ask for advice, but also
what's your songwriting process like for? And I know that's maybe like a stupid interview question, but I guess I mean Like when you get like a song from like Eric for Dead Crown, you already have like, do you just sit and like write sometimes without music, or do you always write to music? Because I usually find that it's like a mixture of both for me. But
yeah, I get the song, I vibe, and then I've always just been super dumb with writing. I've never been a wordsmith. I don't even know a lot of words. So I literally am just the most transparent writer, and whatever I'm feeling at that time, and whatever fucked up thing I want to express in a healthy way, or something, and that's where like a lot of the shit comes from. Like, I'm not actually thinking like a lot of these things that I write about, but they're
thoughts that you have.
They're very advanced, not advanced, exaggerated thoughts. Exaggerated. But it's like,
I like that though.
It's my therapy. It's my way I can work out these weird fucked up feelings I have on certain things, and so I just go.
I remember after meeting you and becoming I'm a fan of your music and your lyricism and the stuff that you write, and I think it's very real and raw and fuck you, and it really is, to get back to that like tough guy, like metalcore wrestling persona. It's like it's even more fun if you can just know that that's what's happening, right? And I think that people should know. It's like when you're listening to it, it's like Kenny's not some fucking angry, angsty, douchebag or whatever. But
I can be, but
no. Like you're one of the sweetest, fucking kindest, smartest.
I try,
people
man.
I know.
I try to be just a good human.
You are amazing.
Thank you.
And so. But that's the thing. It's like you're so good at playing that character that it fucking tricks people. You know what I mean? Because I remember, and I've told the story to you a million times, but you did a feature for the Dark Inside video. Do you know what that song is called, so they can pull it up?
Every Part of Me.
Every Part of Me by Dark Inside.
Yeah.
DARKENSIDE.
Yeah.
But I came with you to film that music video. And you did a guest spot on the recording, so you had to be in the video.
I had to be in the video, yeah.
And I didn't know. I kind of just, you were wearing kind of what you're wearing now when we were shooting the video.
I was wearing normal shit.
And like, I didn't know that you had brought an outfit or changed. I was like fussing with the camera, and you were like, hey, I'm going to go get ready for this guest spot. Like, here's how you're going to film it. And then like, I was like, cool, right on, dude. And then like, I see you walk out of the like bathroom, and you've got the denim cutoff on, and you've got the gold chains on and the rings on, and the skinny ripped up jeans, and like I was like, you were like, I was looking down at the camera, filling with the settings. You're like, hey dude, so I need you to do this, and I look up at you, and I'm just like, whoa, it's fucking Dead Kenny, and that was like, you were in character, you were like in wardrobe, and I was just like, dude,
it's time to go,
Yeah, it's time to go, and you demolished that video, that little part of that video, and it was like you can just turn the character on and off. It's so important.
Yeah, honestly,
it's so important.
If I'm being real, like I would love to pursue acting.
Dude, you should.
But it's just, dude, I've looked into it.
It's a
very hard thing to get into.
Fucking
very hard thing to get into, especially
industry.
Here. No one's fucking making films in Portland.
Not anymore.
No one's doing shit in fucking Portland.
No, maybe a film about social equity or something.
No, the only way I act is if I like made my own short films and like acted in them, which I've thought about doing as well.
Do the Tarantino thing where you're like a cameo in your own film,
or just whatever. I don't know.
Dude,
I need to make a short. I need to
make
write.
A movie. We've talked about this. We need to make a movie together.
That's been a goal of mine for a long time, and I think I finally need to sit down and do it. I need to write and make my own short, and just do like a no budget thing. Just go find fucking people who want to get their feet wet in acting on Craigslist and be like, hey guys, let's go make something
James knows
compelling.
a ton of models and people that'll probably
I need actors and actresses, and
But a lot of those people do theater, and it's rough when they're growing up, but I don't know.
Yeah, and then I want to step in and be like, hey, I'm acting here.
I'm acting it.
Yeah, no,
what would you do a short film about? I know you've had to think about ideas and shit before.
I would do really cryptic, weird shit.
How long is a short film supposed to be?
I would say like 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
But I would also do it's kind of like artsy shit.
Let's fucking do it.
Yeah, I've had ideas for some.
You said you're not a talker, you're a doer. Let's fucking do it.
I know, I need to.
Let's do that one.
I remember I started writing one time, and I was like,
you can't do it all alone.
It's hard.
You're not Stephen King, bro.
Yeah, but I just have such a vivid like image in my mind of certain stuff, and I don't know, for shorts and stuff, it'd be no flash and pizzazz at all. It'd be very like Ozarky, if you ever seen that show.
Oh, I love the way that's shot.
Dude,
I love that shit.
Yeah, it's like shot very simply.
Yeah.
But
I need to watch more shit, dude.
The
to
mood,
get inspired.
The mood and the story is that's where I need to. Yeah, I don't know. I just need to fuck around and find out, as they say. I need to fuck around and find out. We'll see.
That'll be your movie company. Fuck around and find out productions.
Fuck around and find out productions. Yeah.
I love it.
That's what we'll do.
But
no, I do need to do that.
We can probably make that happen.
No, we can.
I think we for sure can. We have fucking thousands of dollars worth of camera gear, professional shit. It'll look great. It'll look great. But what else? You're big into football. How's the season going right now? How are you? I'm not a football guy, so you got to talk to me like an idiot that doesn't do football.
All right, I got back into football this season, so I've been.
And you've been fucking like live tweeting football.
Yeah.
Like the only thing I don't follow like anyone on Twitter or ever look at it, but I look every once in a while. I'll look at it, and it's just my Twitter feed is just you talking about football.
Yeah.
On Twitter.
I got back into it because of Nicky, good old Nicky. He was doing bass shit for us, and
from No Home, right?
Yeah, and he was really the Seahawks and stuff, and I was like, well, okay. And it kind of like, I played football when I was a kid and stuff, so it kind of like reignited my love for it and stuff. So I started watching like the whole season, and every Sunday, me and Nikki would be texting every Monday and just like, what the fuck is this, or what,
Tom Brady's retiring.
He's the GOAT, almighty. I no longer have an allegiance to Tampa Bay, so I'm a free agent fan-wise.
Any football players out there?
Yeah, same with Green Bay, because I don't think Rodgers is coming back to Green Bay. And
really?
I ended up becoming a big Rodgers fanboy this season.
So you're gonna grift wherever Rodgers
I'm gonna grift
goes.
wherever, dude. And like, fuck all these fucking people who are like, you're just a fucking tramp. It's like, I don't give a fuck. It's sports. It's not that serious a thing. I could be a fan of whoever the fuck I want to be a fan of, and I could switch it up because it's fucking football.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fucking football.
Yeah, and you don't have to have an allegiance to a team.
No.
You can have allegiance to badass motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Football.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, so
you're not out there writing Green Bay shit on your chest, shirtless, in the arena.
Exactly, dude. And like, and if they sucked, I'd be like, well, I guess I'm not a Green Bay fan anymore.
Exactly.
I don't know. But
I only like the Blazers when they're doing good.
So does everyone. That's why their stadiums are empty.
Yeah. Ooh.
Hey.
No, they're empty because they require proof of vaccination to go and see a fucking.
I think it's a mixture of both.
Because
also Dame, Lillard, and one of the other, I think McCollum are out. They're out with injury.
Oh.
My buddy John just went to like.
It's the Dame show. Like nobody cares.
Damian Lillard is Portland.
Right.
Blazers, if you guys didn't know. But yeah, like as far as this season goes, we were looking great. Once we got to the playoffs, I ate L's every fucking weekend.
With football?
Yes.
Yeah. So what happened? So when we were like playing these shows with I Declare War a couple days ago, it was like, we're like loading gear, but everyone was glued to the TVs that were playing football in the bar.
Oh, because it was the NFC and the AFC championship games.
Right.
Yes.
And so some crazy shit went down.
Yes.
And like I always like I never watch football, and then I tune in. Because, like, it creeps into my life because, like, everybody that I know is, like...
Well, dude, at your guys' show, I was talking to your dad about it.
Oh, yeah. He's a big football guy.
Yeah, me and your dad were talking about football.
He used to fucking play.
We wanted the Bengals to win.
Yeah.
Because
he's been a Cincinnati fan his whole life, and they've never done shit. And
yeah,
they're going to the Super Bowl now, right?
Yeah, first playoff. Playoff games in, I think, 29 years.
First Super Bowl ever? Or
First Super Bowl in a fucking... If it's not... I think it's ever. But if it's not ever, it's a very long time.
That's wild.
Yeah. But like, dude, I ate shit fucking first rounds. Like Green Bay got knocked out. Tampa got fucking knocked out. Bills and Chiefs played. That's the real Super Bowl. That was the real Super Bowl game. Just so everyone fucking knows. My Bills got fucking knocked out. Patty Mahomes and his stupid fucking brother and his stupid fucking fiance, they roll up to fucking go against Joe Burrow and the fucking Bengals. I'm sitting here thinking, yo, as much as I hate the fucking Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, they're just that good of a team. They're really fucking good. Joe Burrow, I don't know how he does it.
His mean football.
His O-line is dog shit. His O-line should all be paying him fucking $500 in Taco Bell fucking gift cards every fucking week because of how much they let his ass get absolutely fucking demolished in these games. You know the Cincinnati O-line is not getting any fucking Rolexes from their quarterbacks or running backs. That is fucking fact. They're awful.
You need to start a football podcast.
Fuck, dude, it gets
just
me
where
going.
It's like you like Bill Burr, like you're just
dude. But yeah. So I was sitting there. I was like, I wanted the Bengals to win, but I was like, they just can't, dude. It's Kansas City. They're just a fucking solid team, dude.
And I watched. So like literally the only football I've watched all year. Like this is how little I watch football, but I tune in at these random times when everyone's watching, and I'm like, fine, I'll fucking see what these guys are watching, and I tune in right when they fumble at the very end of the
Dude,
fourth
second
quarter.
half comeback, baby.
Very end of the fourth quarter, they fumble, and then they kick the field goal to tie it up.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, maybe I should start watching football, because that was fucking epic.
Dude, yeah,
that
like,
was like that got me excited.
Games in the playoffs this season have been very fun to watch.
Yeah.
All my teams have lost except for the Rams.
You do fantasy, right?
No.
Oh, you don't?
I might next year. I might fuck around and find out.
I mean, it sounds like you should, because you know what you're talking about.
I kind of know what I talk like.
To me, I don't really understand it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand fantasy or football.
You gotta be watching for a long time to be into that. Like, dude, the people that are playing fantasy, like, you gotta know a lot of players and you gotta know a lot of stats. Like, I know general things.
Mm-hmm. And you're just getting back into things.
And I'm picking it up quick. Next season's gonna be really interesting. But anyway, like, yeah, so like all my teams basically just got booted and like lost, and then I was like, well, LA, you're my last hope. You know, West Coast, got to keep it West Coast, and you know, Stafford's a fucking G. You know, he deserves it. He played for the goddamn fucking Lions, the most fucking abysmal fucking team in NFL franchise history.
People that don't know football know that they're
like dude played for the Lions for over a decade or some shit. Fucking got traded. Matt McVay, coach. The youngest coach in NFL history, takes this fucking guy, turns him into a fucking stud. He's fucking shining and flourishing. You got Odell Beckham Jr., who was on the Browns. Baker Mayfield never fucking passed it to him.
It's amazing.
Odell Beckham's dad. Odell Beckham's dad made a video of all the times Odell Beckham was open and never passed to, and that got him traded to fucking LA mid-season this season.
What a fucking dad put my son in.
Yes, that's exactly what happened, and it worked. And now Odell is going to a fucking Super Bowl. So that makes Cleveland and Baker Mayfield look really fucking bad. Baker's probably not gonna have a job next year. We'll see. But yeah, so and then LA, dude, Cooper Kupp. He's also if you're from the Pacific Northwest, from Washington, my dad told me this, so maybe fact check it. But Cooper Kupp, I believe he went to college at Eastern Washington or one of the Washington colleges. So Cooper Kupp is a Washington Pacific Northwest boy.
Huskies?
No. Cooper Kupp, he I don't think he went D1.
And he's on which team?
I'm
like a grandma. You gotta
he's on the LA Rams, and he is leading the.
So it's Rams and Bengals for the bowl.
Yes, but Cooper Kupp specifically is leading the league in like rushing yards and overall yards. Cooper Kupp is like he's offensive player.
When is the Super Bowl?
The 13th.
Are we watching it together?
Yes.
Okay.
If I'm not out of town, I might be out of town. I don't know.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm gonna get absolutely fucked up.
And scream. Who do you want to win?
LA, through and through. Okay. Sorry, Bengals, sorry. But, you know.
I only want the Bengals to win because I know how happy to make my dad. Because he's from Ohio, and he's always wanted the. And
Joe Burrow's hot right now.
That's good where it's at.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's hot right now. And everyone's on the fucking Joe Burrow bandwagon, which I can fuck with it. It's
Grumpy fact check that. Cooper Kupp went to Eastern Washington.
Yeah, or it's some Washington. I know my dad.
She fact checked it.
Oh, he did?
He went to Eastern Washington.
Exactly. See, he's a Washington boy. My ID still says fucking Washington. So Cooper Kupp, LA Rams, all the fucking way. Suck my dick. Joe Burrow, you're cool. But Cincinnati, I'm sorry. Also, the defensive front that LA has, we haven't even talked.
I could watch that's what I'm telling you.
We have not even talked about LA's defense. Aaron Donald, the defensive player of the year, is going to be eating Joe Burrow's dick like Kobayashi all fucking game because Joe Burrow doesn't have an O-line. And when you get a fucking ripped-ass mongoloid freak like Aaron Donald up in your shit, you're going to fucking die. So I just, like, you know, I got to go with LA for a lot of reasons. I
love your fire, dude. I love your passion.
I'm sorry, man.
Don't apologize. I'm telling you, you've got a future in football podcasting because you need to be
sports commentating would be so fun.
You need to be talking about this like weekly. You need to do a little weekly update about what happened this week in football every season. I mean, there needs to just Kenny's fucking
Plus, LA's secondary is fucking awesome. Like, I don't know, LA's just all around a better team. They're just all around a better team. And it's going to be really hard for Cincinnati to pull this one off.
EWU Eagles.
Yeah, dude.
Eastern Washington Eagles.
I believe they're not D1. Cooper Kupp came up. Like, dude, I just saw a video recently. Cooper Kupp, he was he played an NBA player in high school basketball and was like schooling on this guy. and he never went. He got no college offers for anything sports.
That's crazy.
And he did football. He was like, fuck basketball. I'm gonna do football and stuff. Went to Eastern Washington University, like all these little colleges. Now he's somehow the fucking leads the league in like passing yards, but also yards after contact, I believe too. So once he gets hit, he keeps going. And stuff like, or yards after possession, I think too. I don't know. He's got a lot of weird stats that he's absolutely just crushing it right now and leads the league. And so
would you say you like football, are more passionate about football than you are about wrestling? Because wrestling's a big part of your life. You love wrestling.
It flipped this year. So
did it?
Football, and maybe
it was a good year for football. It sounds like
it was a very great year for football. It's been fun. I mean, I took a lot of L's. I ate a lot of shit. I was let down a lot. But
you had fun.
I had a lot of fun.
That's all that matters.
Dude, Dude, there's nothing better than just getting fucking drunk with some buddies and watching football on a Sunday.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
We should do it sometime.
We should. Come over anytime.
I used to play football back in the day. I played nose guard.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
Cool.
Little Aaron Donald.
I was trash. I mean, I never got a sack or anything. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, well, dude, in high school and shit, that's hard.
Yeah.
Because they don't pass.
I wasn't super athletic. I had a weird thing with my spinal cord thing that like kept me like behind athletically.
Shit.
Apparently there's like a
you got scoliosis or some shit?
No, it's called like a tethered cord. And like at the bottom of your spinal cord, like down here, there's like a little piece of like cartilage, and it's supposed to be like a spring. And like when you bend over to touch your toes, it's like, you know how if you pull a slinky out, right? It's like it's supposed to be like, it's supposed to do that, and then when you go sit back, it goes back to this little springy thing. So it's like a little spring, right? And like pulls and goes back, right? But mine was just pull. Mine like wasn't springy. So they went in there and they fucking cut a little thing on my back, and they went, and it just went, and I eventually, like, I think I'm like the most athletic I've ever been now.
Yeah.
But they told me that I was like basically 4 years behind everyone else, or 2 years behind everyone else athletically. So when I was like a freshman in high school, running around with the fucking lacrosse kids or whatever I was doing, I was like more like a middle schooler as far as my flexibility and my like athleticism,
your pizzazz,
my spark, you know,
spark, yeah,
which is pretty funny.
Well, I'm glad your back's okay.
It's fine. I'm fine.
Yeah,
but probably my back's fucked from fucking. I'm a hunchy guy.
I'm a very hunchy guy too,
dude.
I'm very hunchy too.
But yeah, dude. So But you're big into wrestling though, and this has been a fun thing for me because I never fucking watched wrestling. My dad didn't like it really, and I grew up kind of thinking like it was like lame, right? Like most people do. And,
I've been made fun of.
Right, you're always constantly made fun of. But the first time I met you, we were sitting in the green room, and you were drinking beer in the green room of the Bit House, and you had wrestling pulled up on your laptop.
Oh yeah, there was a big pay-per-view going on.
You were screaming about it.
Big pay-per-view going on that day.
And that was like, I sat there and kind of watched it with you, and then we became
friends.
Oh,
it was April. I think that was Mania. That show was in April, so yeah, WrestleMania was fucking going on.
And so it's funny because you're like kind of into UFC because you like combat sports, but you don't know all the fighters and know all these things about them.
But I definitely appreciate two dudes beating the shit out of each other,
right?
And two girls beating the shit out of each other.
We do the same thing for each other, where you're like. I'm like, who's that guy?
Yeah, we both show up enthused about each other's sports.
Like we watched AEW at my house, and that was like my first real pay-per-view experience, and it was fun, albeit long. Like you got to take UFC and times it by 3. Like a UFC fight card that goes all 5 rounds, all 3 rounds on all the cards, all the fights. That's literally like it's like 3 of those. Like it's like 2 full-length films back to back. Is like how long an AEW fucking. It was long. Well, that was like 5 hours.
That was the big event of the year. It was. It wasn't 5. It was more like 3.5.
Oh, okay. It felt long.
But dude, WWE's like way worse than that.
Yeah.
And they're I don't even watch WWE anymore. So miss me with that trash.
But I just love how like your friends can be into different shit, similar shit, and you can learn about it because like. You're always like, we ask each other, you're like, oh, who's that guy? And I'm like, and I'm like, let me break this down. He beat his ass once, and then the other guy won the other time, and this is the third fight. This is the trilogy.
It's fun, man.
And then like you could break down the story of who's your favorite wrestler right now? Kenny.
Kenny Omega. I think will always be my favorite.
Just because of the name?
No, he revolutionized pro wrestling and what it is today.
How?
The style. Him and the Young Bucks. They also went the non WWE route. So they made independent wrestling cool, and they're responsible for like AEW. They're responsible for all the, you know, like basically those three guys were like, hey, we can actually make over 6 figures a year doing independent wrestling.
AEW is like what WWF and WWE were when we were little kids, right? Like
Kinda.
all the new video games and shit that are coming out.
It's different. It's just a different world of pro wrestling. Yeah. When we were kids and stuff, that was just prime peak WWE versus WCW fuck you attitude era shit.
Right.
You know, and like real stars were fucking born during that generation. You know, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the highest paid actor in fucking Hollywood, came from that shit.
That's true.
Like, you know, like that was just a different time that stands alone on its own thing.
That was before that.
Yeah, you can't really like compare wrestling.
The
now.
90s wrestling was
90s wrestling is that's a world and a galaxy of its own. Don't fucking compare that to anything else. Like it just can't, you know.
Right.
But yeah, like dude, these guys, you know, they fucking came in and they made a whole cultural movement and changed the industry. And a lot of guys, like a lot of like fucking legendary guys were like, these guys are killing the business. They're fucking, you know, this isn't how shit's supposed to be. And they were just like, fuck all of you. And
we're going to do it our way.
And now they're the biggest wrestlers in the world.
Fucking hell yeah.
So that's why it's always going to be Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. The fucking Bucks.
Love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, let's fucking, you want to wrap this up?
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Yeah? You got anything you want to talk about? What are you doing right now? What are you working on? New Dead Crown stuff coming out?
Yeah, working on new Dead Crown.
You guys got some badass little clips getting put out there.
Yep, working on new music. I'm just trying to fucking go wherever life takes me.
Yeah?
Trying to find out what's next for me.
Maybe we should fucking make a short film or something, dude.
Maybe
that'd be a good outlet.
I need to do a lot of things.
Like what? What do you want to do? What's on the menu? What are some goals that you want to do?
Just everything. Just everything, man.
Like what?
Music.
You already got a sick ass car.
Music, yeah. I want a cooler car though.
Okay. So you gotta upgrade the car.
But I gotta get fucking rich to get that car.
Get rich.
I gotta get fucking rich.
Gotta get the rings.
But I don't know. I'm just like this weird, you know, pandemic, all the shit that we've been through. It's just been very, very weird year for me. Very weird couple years for me.
How so?
Just like I don't know. I'm also getting older.
Yeah.
So like my mind's operating differently about different things now.
You're thinking about like how long am I gonna be doing this like metal thing or
not necessarily that, just
or music,
but
or?
just how much longer do I have to do all these things that I want to do?
Right.
You know.
I mean, we have time.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know.
We don't have to wrap this up, by the way. I want to put it out there, but you know, it's like I did want to hear a little bit more about Indonesia and like just where your creativity and shit has taken you, because you have traveled. You went out. You did the whole country.
Yeah, did a
with
whole
Attila
US
this year.
Yeah, and then I did a whole US with Capture. Mm-hmm. I've done numerous regional and like Midwest and West Coast tours with Tides and Dead Crown. You know, I've seen the West Coast more times than I can fucking more
Just
fingers I have. Yeah.
But did you have a favorite spot that you've gone to, or at least favorite?
Love Phoenix, Texas. Phoenix, Texas.
No, I knew you were going Phoenix,
Texas. I love Phoenix and I love Texas.
I mean, all of Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, Texas is fucking great. Hopefully, we'll be some residents of Texas soon.
We're talking about it. We're thinking about
least favorite place, I would definitely say Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yeah.
Dude, just
I didn't have a great experience there either.
No.
Yet. I've yet to have a good.
And
the
like,
people were like fine. Like it wasn't anything against.
Dude,
you were at the show in Indianapolis.
My big thing is like, dude, I've never really been to a city where I walk out, like, you know, I get off the bandwagon. I go to like just get normal human things. I go to stores. I go to places. And like I'm not talking shit. Like this might sound bad, but like everyone I came into contact with was like very much slower than like normal people I come. like the brain, something in Indiana, like things just aren't firing.
Something in the water.
Like something's not firing all the way with people, and there's just you know, like just getting food was such a hard process, like that I had to explain like 5 times to the people working there.
Like what you were trying to eat.
Yeah, just dude, everything.
Well, you are vegan, so they don't understand.
Vegetarian. Well, no, it wasn't.
Or vegetarian. They don't understand.
Dude, I went to 5 other food places that just like were like it was really weird. It was so weird. Like the lobbies just weren't open. Lobbies just weren't open.
Pre-COVID.
And then I went to
Pre-COVID,
Subway. This is
on tour
on
with
tour with
Attila?
Attila. And then I go into a Subway, and then I'm like, hey, can I get this? Like, I wait in line forever, and he's like, he starts making the sandwich. He goes, actually, we don't have any eggs. So I want an egg sandwich. So this motherfucker's cutting open my bread, gets to it after I've been in line forever, and I'm like, I want an egg sandwich, and he's like, yeah, got you.
It's the darndest thing, but
fucking
we're out
opens
of
up and
eggs.
he's like, I don't have eggs. Like, do you want this or that? And I'm like, no. And I don't eat meat. He's like, well, yeah. And then I'm
Where
like,
was this? A Subway?
yeah, Subway. And then I was like, okay, bye. So then the only other place after that that I ended up in, and then there was something going on in the Safeway there too. Like, they weren't letting shoppers in the Safeway. Dude, it was the weirdest fucking thing. So weird. I end up at a Little Caesars, and I'm just like, I just want a cheese fucking deep dish pizza.
We're out of cheese.
And it took them like 30 minutes to make it. And then they were like, she had to come back and ask me. She was like, wait, so you just want a deep dish pizza
With cheese.
with just cheese and nothing on it? And I was like, yes.
Ordering food for you was such a curse. You're cursed.
I want a deep dish pizza. So then, but then it gets worse. So then, I also like I bought ranch because they charged me for the fucking ranch. So then,
Bastards.
She's like, all right. After 30 minutes, she's like, here's your food. And then I was like, hey, can I get my ranch? And she was like, that's extra. And then I go, hey, it's on my receipt right here. I paid for it already.
She's trying to flex on you.
And then she goes, oh. And she's like, well, it's extra, but which do you want? And then I go, no, I've paid for it. I just want ranch. And then she's like, okay, do you want buffalo sauce? And I go, no, I want ranch that I paid for. And then she's like, oh, well, we have honey mustard.
No, she didn't.
And I go, I want ranch that I paid for. And then I went and I took her to it. And I said, right here, this one. She goes, oh, ranch. And grabs it and fucking gives it to me. After I showed her my receipt that said, like, I bought ranch.
Oh, my God.
And then, so after that, I was like, I'm done with it.
She went through all the sauces.
I'm done with Indiana. I'm done with Indianapolis.
Over the ranch.
And then the venue we were at and stuff, like, the band, all the bands were like, we fucking hate this venue. We fucking hate this place.
What venue was it?
I can't remember, but I know that every band that tours hates going to that venue because they're like, this place fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And then also that night, holy shit, I was in the photo pit. Like I said, dude, people are just wired differently there. So like I'm in the photo pit because there's a barricade, then the stage. So yeah, barricade, stage. I'm the guy running in between all that, like doing photos and all that stuff. And I'm doing photos, and then like all of a sudden I look over, and there's this really, a bigger lady, front row pressed against the guardrail, and I see some liquid fly, and I look over, and she's doing this.
Oh, no. She's throwing up.
Projectile vomits.
Did you miss?
Yeah, she didn't get me, but projectile vomits all in the photo pit. And then I look at security and everyone, and I'm just like... Thankfully, security,
God.
like, they went and, like, they cleaned it up. They got the girl out of there. But I was just like, are you fucking... Because, also this venue, they were serving... The only alcohol they served, they didn't have a real liquor license, so they were serving, like, 4 Locos. And, like... 24-ounce fucking Mike's Harder.
Oh my lord.
Like shit like that. So these people were just fucking just vomiting in the fucking pits everywhere, and just like
they were throwing up Mike's Hard?
Yes, dude. And I was just like, holy shit, man.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was not cool.
Hang on for just a second here.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so wild, though. You're so lucky you didn't get puked on.
Dude, yeah, and I almost did.
But I know you need this.
I almost did. It was wild, man. But
dude, one time, poor Sarah, who just walked in the door, we were at Cannibal Corpse show.
Oh, fuck.
That's not a good way to start it. We were at a Cannibal Corpse show at the Hawthorne Theater in Portland, and we were I think we went there to like see Suicide Silence, or we were just there. It was like Suicide Silence and them. And like, I don't really care about Cannibal Corpse. I mean, you can call me a shitty death metal guy, but I just don't care.
Blood is sick, but
yeah. And so, anyway, we're like, it's like right before they go on or something. And Sarah's standing like kind of, you know, that when you walk in the Hawthorne, you go to the left and there's like they used to have the merch booth right there.
Yeah.
Where she's kind of standing right there. And this big giant dude comes just like stumbling out of the bathrooms and just
he was in the bathroom?
I think so, right? Or no, he came from the show and like tried to get to the bathroom.
He puked on you?
He turned. Yeah, he turns to Sarah and just like, whoa, and just.
Did it get on you?
All over. We had to go home immediately.
Did you puke?
No.
I would have puked.
I can't believe she didn't.
I would have puked.
Dude,
I don't either. I love seeing people projectile vomit. It's one of my favorite things to see. It's really weird. I love it. But if someone like pukes on me, then I'll be like, yeah, because it's the smell and everything. Then I'll be like,
yeah.
If I got it on me, I wouldn't be able to do that.
She's my poor girlfriend has had some times at shows too where we just had to leave. That was one of the times where it's like there's no washing this off. We're in the car leaving.
If someone puked on, let me get this. If some fucking metal fucking bozo fucking puked on my girlfriend, I would probably try to fight them.
Yeah,
even if you're a drunk, like I don't give a fuck.
He was like a big giant guy from what I remember.
My girl's a fucking goddess. She's a princess. She doesn't deserve to be fucking puked on.
Right.
I'm gonna try to fight you. And I'm probably drunk too. That's the reality.
Right.
I'm probably drunk too. So I'm gonna be like, hey, you fuck. You just puked all over my girl. These clothes are nice. Like you fucked a lot of things up. You ruined our night. I'm gonna try to fight you. And then I would immediately be like, we're getting you home. I'm gonna fucking.
I rushed her home. I did rush her home.
We're throwing your clothes away. You're getting in the shower immediately, and we're gonna forget this ever happened.
She's had some bad luck with shows. One time I took her to. So I was like, babe, there's this band. They're called GWAR, and they're so fun. They spray stuff on the crowd. They are fun. But like, and it was my first GWAR show, so I had no idea what to expect.
You fucked up.
I'm like, we're supposed to
Did you get blasted with the jizz?
Hang on, listen. Let me tell.
She got blasted with the jizz.
Let me tell the story. No, let me tell the story. She so it's November, so it's cold as fuck, right?
Cold jizz. Yeah.
It's cold as fuck in the venue because it's so fucking cold in November here, and so. We're like, we have our white t-shirts on because we know we're gonna get sprayed with stuff, and it's supposed to be so fun. And the first thing they do, that they always cut somebody's head off like right in the beginning and spray blood out of the like torso.
Dope. So dope.
It's super dope. But they're the wrestling champs of like fucking metal, basically.
Oh yeah.
Like the actor characters.
Much
you know
respect.
what I mean?
Much respect.
Yeah. But it kind of was one of those things that it sounded like a lot of fun, and then when we got there and the reality struck, like, because we were already like kind of cold. And then, like, they get on stage and we're, like, watching. And we're, like, in the back on the floor, like, by where they do merch at the Roseland.
Yeah.
And we're like, cool, we're watching. And it's like, haha, it's funny. And, like, they cut the head off the security guard. And then it starts spraying blood, right? And they push the security guard down and up and down, right? To make the blood spray like a hose, right? Like a hose if you're trying to spray a crowd with a hose. And so, on the first push down of the security guard, literally the first one whips her in the face. And it's just like ice cold blood, ice cold fake blood. And it almost hurt. It hit me too, and it hurt. And we just were not ready to get hit that quick. It was like they targeted us. We were in the first spray. We were just covered, and she was like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, all the times I've seen gore, I've kind of like known better. I'm like, I don't want to get sprayed with shit and all that stuff. So I'm like, I'm watching from the very, 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 very back.
Right.
And I did, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I see everyone come out.
We wanted the experience,
blood.
you know what I mean? Yeah. The experience. And then the other time that happened, we were playing the Tonic Lounge, and it's one of the few venues in Portland where they have or I wasn't playing it. We were watching a show. My buddy was playing, and his band was playing, and it was like they had beers in the pit. You know what I mean? Which I kind of hate, right? For multiple reasons. It's a mess, and then people don't mosh as much. They don't jump around as much. Yeah. But anyway, it's a beers in the pit venue. And so we're sitting there with beers in the pit, and then the show hasn't started yet. We're like, yay, we're sitting there. Oh, there's my friend. He's going to get on and go play. And then it's like a death metal band where they go like, bap, 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 and they start doing blast beats. And literally the second the blast beat hits, moshing happens, and an entire beer hits Sarah right in the face. An entire cold, like a tall, like in a cup, like a tall beer in a cup, like at a sporting event. Like a tall Miller Lite hits her, completely soaks
Like in
her.
a can?
No, in a cup.
Oh.
In a giant cup, like a tall boy cup.
At least it wasn't a can.
No, I know. Like, honestly, though, it would have been better if it was a can.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Because she wore the entire beer, and she was like, we're leaving now. And I was like, yeah. We're leaving right now. And it was just...
was the band like one of those bands like, all right, listen up, motherfuckers.
No.
This song is called...
Yeah, it was one of the... No, it was Arsis. It was Arsis. Yes, that's exactly what happened. And as soon as it was like... The beer just hit her in the face. Beer's flying. Jesus fuck. I'm sorry. It was terrible. And we had to leave. She was just so covered in beer. There was like... I'm looking at her and I'm like, there's no way we're staying. We're leaving right now. But yeah, I'm glad you didn't get projectile vomit on at the Attila show.
Speaking of underwhelming show experiences, me and you, we fucked around with some comedy clubs in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Got a little fucked up at some.
Oh, yeah. I actually wanted to talk about our trip to Texas because we had so much fun when we went.
It was we had fun, but we definitely...
We got a thing with
got fucked up.
We have a thing with our band where we get drunk and fight each other on 6th Street every time we go down to
and
Texas,
then I got
Austin,
dragged
Texas.
into it, so I was fighting all of them too. It was fucking great.
But you know, this podcast is about personal growth,
Yeah.
and luckily our bassist Austin was filming and vlogging the whole fight.
And we watched the film back. We studied film.
And
I was like, I didn't do anything that bad.
No, you didn't.
I didn't do anything that bad. I was good.
A little bit overly mad at points because you were drunk.
Yes, which
is fine.
And I was just like, what the fuck's going on?
You were mad about the right thing.
I was mad about valid things, exactly. Yeah, and it's like, that's.
It was funny though because you were like, you guys will never be able to do a tour. You guys will never be able to do a tour.
I didn't say that. I said, and you guys are gonna do a full U.S. tour. Good luck. That's what I said because because we were all fucked up and it was like 2 in the morning and I didn't know that there was a show the next day. And I was like,
we played, for people that don't know, we played 2 shows, our first 2 shows back from COVID because Portland was still, well, you can't do shows here or else you'll be canceled for putting people in danger.
Yeah.
And so
you're killing my grandma.
And so we said, fuck you, we're going to fly to Texas where it's fine to do shows. And so we flew our fucking asses out to Texas with our gear. And played a show in Austin and played a show in Corpus Christi. And we had a day off in between. Went to a comedy show, got way too hammered. I got lost.
My bill alone, for me alone, just me. Because like when we were at that, it was a club comedy show. We were front row we had our own table, and the bartender just kept coming.
Well, you write because they don't want you talking.
Yes,
during the
but
comedy
you
show,
write down and you're constantly fed drinks all night. My fucking tab was $141 just for me. That's how many vodka Red Bulls I had.
You were jacked up.
That was the other thing. I was lit. I was drunk and lit.
Yeah, you were like fucking cracked out on Red Bulls.
I was cracked out. But no, I just like everything was just such a shit show, and I was like, I don't need, like, and I was there working for you guys, so I was like, this affects my job. If I would have known there was a show tomorrow, I wouldn't have been this fucking drunk.
Right.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Should have paid attention.
I should have paid attention.
Learn
my lesson.
No, but it was funny because we watched that footage, and it's like, it's so funny to watch because like in each video at the end of each one, we like squash the beef,
and then the beef comes back.
The beef just keeps coming back, and then like someone started filming it again.
Yeah, someone new shows up, and then someone's like, "Hey, fuck you, Gary." The new guy's like, and then everyone else is like, "Yeah, Gary, fuck you."
Everyone was mad at Garrett. It was all innocent stuff. Like I was like, I got separated from the group with another homie.
You were just black. You were just gone.
I was blacked out. Yeah,
you were blacked. You were gone.
I blacked out in the comedy club. Yeah, and I woke up. I came to, and I was like talking.
You were at the house, right?
No, Spinny was like, hey, dude, we should get out of here. And we're like standing at the bar, and there's like nobody in the comedy club anymore. Yeah. And I'm like, oh shit! Like I browned out like briefly in the comedy club.
Meanwhile, me and the boys and Blaine's over the shoulder puking, walking down 6th Street.
I wish I had that video right now.
Dude,
yeah. What's so funny, dude, in that video?
And then I'm behind him. I'm just like, let it out, kid.
I don't know.
Let it out.
I don't know if I can describe it the same way as it would be to watch it as funny. But he's walking down the street and he goes. Like this.
No, what? I'm gonna give Blaine mad dabs right now. Blaine did what any fucking true fucking partier would do, because that's some shit I would do too. Like, dude, sometimes when you gotta puke, it fucking goes. So we're mobbing, we're cruising
down 6th Street.
Blaine,
which is like the busiest street.
He knows things are happening, so he gets a little ahead of us, and then he's just like, all right, well, there's people around. I'm just gonna keep it cool. Puts the chin over the shoulder, and just lets it go. just get
No.
lets it go.
It was projectile too,
and keeps going.
Yeah.
And keeps going like nothing happened.
And
I watched it all and I was just like, "Atta fucking boy, atta fucking boy."
It was amazing.
It was great.
And he's done it before since too. He did
Yeah.
it. We had this all-you-can-eat buffet in Nashville the day after. So we spent this tour we spent in Halloween. We spent Halloween. We had the day off.
I heard. Yeah.
Day off in Halloween in Nashville. We got wrecked in Nashville. Me and John both lost our IDs.
I heard about that.
Both lost our IDs, but we got them back.
Yep.
And then Blaine. So we were staying at this badass Holiday Inn, which shout out Holiday Inn, fucking downtown Nashville, Music Row, because they have a badass continental breakfast that's like free as fuck, and it's like eggs, bacon, it's hot,
all the
bacon
fixins,
biscuits and gravy,
all
everything.
the fixins.
And so we're literally so hungover and still drunk, and we're just pounding this breakfast before we have to get up and drive to Clarksville or wherever we're going. And Blaine just loads up on the food, goes outside, and just right out.
Yeah. No, because I'm a pukey guy too. You know,
this podcast is now about puke. I guess.
Yeah, I'm a pretty pukey guy too, and I'm not ashamed of it.
Sometimes you gotta let the demons out.
I can't help it. So yeah, it doesn't take a lot for me to like puke in party scenarios. So I'm definitely low key. Well, I'm very loud when I puke, but like I'm very just like I'm in the group, and then it's like, oh, where's Kenny? And then like I'm back.
Right.
Whenever that happens, it's like
again.
It's like I just went and puked in an alley.
Oh, hang on, guys! Before I forget, Blaine, the funniest part of that video is there's like these 3 drunk girls that are like, tee, and they're like running up to him to say something, and he goes up like right. It was like right at. So he threw up, and then they're running up to him like, hey, and they're like, oh, they run away from him,
and then they see me next to him, and I'm just like, good job, Blaine.
Like these girls are like, yay, hey, what's up? And then they're like, oh my god, and they run away. It's so fucking good.
It was great.
Oh my god, I'm glad that was caught on camera. Well, I might have to find that video and play it for people so they can see.
Yeah.
It's just classic.
But yeah, Blaine's a legend.
Blaine is a legend.
That was fucking sick.
It is. But you went to, so we traveled to Texas. You've been all over the whole country.
Yes.
And you went to, was Indonesia the only country that you went to?
Yeah, that's the only country I've been to outside of U.S.
And what was that like? Because I've never been to any country even remotely like that. Is that wild as fuck?
It's very wild. It definitely makes you appreciate America.
Culture shock.
Believe it or not. Yeah. I came back from that whole trip being like very, very grateful for what I have. Because when you go there, like, because I was with Capture, we were playing they were playing a big festival and stuff.
Huge metal festival, right?
Huge metal festival.
Clothing festival.
Yes,
thing.
and we were very well taken care of. But in our 5-star hotel that we had a view on, we were overlooking just literally houses made of mud, houses made of tin. Like, you know, in countries like that, it's like you either have money or you have none at all.
Right.
So that's what it like. I saw a lot of that and a lot of you know, like, I don't know, it's just weird. And then like the people we were with, you
like went to the like temple thing.
We went to the mosque because they
wear robes and shit in there.
Yeah,
right?
we did all that. Like, it was very culturally.
You showed me the documentary one time. We got drunk as fuck.
Yeah, it was really fun. But yeah, dude, like, you know, it's, you know,
What's that called if people want to watch it? Is it on YouTube still?
No, it's private. We never released it.
Oh, you never released it? Okay.
Yeah, I was told to make a documentary while I was out there. I did, and then I was told
we're not using that. Weird.
Yeah, dude, bands, man. Just bands. That's all I'll say. But yeah, no, it's like, dude, you know, not to be all fucking patriotic, because I'm definitely not like you know, America has its problems and stuff, but you know, I really believe that everyone should go to a country like that or go out of country in that way.
Are they a third world country? Indonesia?
I don't know. They definitely, dude, like, I was white and had tattoos and people thought I was a celebrity. So when I was in public, people were taking pictures with me.
And you're just there to do camera shit?
Yeah.
Are you in Dead Crown at this time or Rise?
Yeah, Dead Crown was like just starting.
Okay.
But no.
What year?
But the thing is people don't know who you are.
Right.
They just think because you're white and you have tattoos,
you must be a celebrity.
And you have money.
Yeah.
And you're here.
Crazy.
You know, because, you know, literally, you know, you look that way and like there's kids sleeping in a fucking tin hut.
That's fucked. Yeah.
You know, like it's crazy, and like, you know, it's like
people were cool though. part?
Oh, yeah. Like, people were very cool, you know. It's also a country where if you were caught smoking weed, they can fucking, like...
kill you or some shit.
Yeah, you know. So, and...
Did anybody have weed out there?
No, but we were told not to, if people, like, to not accept drugs from people because it could be a setup. So we were told early on, like, if people come up to you and they're like, hey, do you guys want a party? Do you guys want weed? Do you guys want coke? Do you guys want all this stuff? And
they'll steal from you or rat you out.
No, it
Or
could be
cops.
It could be a setup, and then they'll hold you in jail there. It happened to one of the bands that played that festival. Like, they'll hold you in jail over there for like ever, until like the U.S. steps in and does something.
Dude, I have seen way too much Locked Up Abroad for that.
Yeah, so we didn't fuck with any of that. You know, a majority of it was just, I just remember fucking swimming in our hotel swimming pool with fucking Lucas from Vale of Maya.
Oh yeah, the homie. Shout out Lucas. What's up?
Shout out Lucas.
He's the best.
I would wonder if he would, if I saw him today, if he would still remember me.
Oh, I'm sure he would.
Because we were it was me, him, Mitch, who's now the vocalist of Varials.
Right, he was a Capture the Crown guy.
Yeah, Maurice, who was the guitar player of Dealer. Mm-hmm. You know, like, these guys went on to do fucking insane things.
Right.
You know, and like it was just all of us just
vibing out in a swimming pool.
And we were actually listening to Varial's first EP in that swimming pool. And just and Mitch was fucking beating the shit out of people, jumping into the water. That's stuff. Awesome. But no, it was really cool. But like, that's the thing. That's what the life was at our 5-star resort we were staying at. Because that's where the promoter put us up. But then, like, literally, like, you know, I had a whole view of Jakarta. And you look just straight down, and you like, it's not like America where you have to drive to a certain part of town to see the poverty.
See the ghetto or whatever.
It's right. There's no in between. You have money or you don't.
So you're like in a 5-star hotel, but then you look down and you can see the fucking
slums.
Oh, shit.
Slums. So
did you eat any good food while you're over there?
That was really hard. So we had a guide with us that and at the time I was vegan. Okay. And Maurice was vegan too.
You were going hard on the vegetarianism.
We were no animal products whatsoever. Yeah, I was vegan for like 5 years. Yeah. And Maurice was vegan as well. So we both had kind of a hard time because obviously the language barrier. And then we had a guide that was with us. Thank God. Like, dude, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have been able to function. She communicated everything for us. You know, I looked at the menu and I was like, I don't even know what any of this shit is. Like, culture shock as fuck. Right. Like, you know, they didn't.
What kind of food do they even eat? I don't know what Indonesian food is.
Dude, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Meat and rice? Or
yeah, I only got like some noodle dishes.
Noodles.
And stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, like I got stuff like that. And then just like whatever.
Eastern Asia, is that?
Indonesia's, it's an island.
Okay.
Right off of, like, it's close to like Bali.
I'm so geographically stupid. I don't know anything.
The Indonesian people, they told me, like, our guide and stuff, she was like, the rich people, all the people with a lot of money, they go to Singapore. Because Singapore is also very, it's like, that's where like the crazy rich, like, Asian people are and stuff.
Okay. Interesting.
And like Singapore apparently is like, you show up there and like, there's like Prada, Louis Vuitton.
That's
like,
just not.
All those shops are in
That's
Singapore.
just not in.
Not really. Not that I saw, no. But then if you're rich, you know, like, you're flying back from Indonesia and Singapore too.
All the time.
Yeah, it's just like a little flight, like just a little island, but like Singapore's with a
puddle jumper.
The rich people ball out. Bali is where Bali is like Australians' Hawaii. So Australians will go to Bali all the time, and Bali's like super. That's the place like our $50 would buy us like
anything.
Of like, we would get a meal for $1. Our
in Bali?
Yeah, our $5 our like 5-star hotel room would be like $30 a night. Sick. In our currency.
Let's go to Bali.
Yeah, we need to go to Bali. I want to go to Bali really bad.
Let's flex. Let's do it, King.
But yeah, but Indonesia, I wish it was one of those places, but it's not really like a. It was really cool culturally.
Yeah.
You know, and like I got to see a lot of things that I'm very grateful for seeing that I probably.
Would you go back?
Of course.
Yeah.
I like any opportunity.
Travel and do.
I have to travel, especially outside of country. I think everyone should go outside of country to a place like that.
I bet
everyone
the flight was a nightmare.
24 hours.
24 on one plane?
24 hours. No. Yeah, I think it was.
How does it even stay in the air for 24 hours?
It was sketchy, bro. That was the first time I came into like real turbulence too. Real, like, I woke up from a sleep to like lights flickering and like the plane shaking.
No.
But I was so tired. I was just like, no. But on these international flights, these these flight attendants, they're fucking goddesses. They kept me and the boys liquored up the whole flight.
Nice.
And booze and food is all
inclusive.
Inclusive.
No way.
Yeah. So we just
food. They give you food and stuff.
Everything.
Sweet.
So we were very well.
Did they give you a hard time about food for being vegan? Did you have a hard time with the airplane food?
I think we did because they got it wrong. But you tell them before.
Okay.
Beforehand, you say like vegan option, like all that shit. But no, like dude, they were smart. Like we were just boozed up the whole flight, and then they came and like gave us surveys.
What airline was it even?
I can't remember.
It's like some special one that goes.
Yeah, but they gave us surveys, and me and all the boys were like 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. Boop boop. Need another drink, and they were just like, "Here you go, sir." We were like, "Thank you guys so much." So they got 5 fucking 5-star surveys.
Go
from
by
them.
faster.
Yeah.
24 hours on a plane.
Dude, yeah, the
miserable.
first flight was I believe like 21 hours, and then we had a layover in Hong Kong for an hour, and then another 4 hours to Jakarta.
I've never been on a plane that long. That's wild.
Dude, it was crazy. The only thing you could do is just watch movies and try to just fucking forget where you are. Yeah. Get drunk, watch a movie, fall asleep.
And aren't you flying over water for most of that?
Yes, the whole time. Almost. It's terrifying.
I don't know.
Dude, and these international planes, they're massive. Massive.
I think I remember going to Germany.
Like the flights we did to Texas and shit.
Yeah,
those are the Boeing 747s. Those are big planes. This plane is bigger than that, bro. Like to get to our seats and stuff, it's like I felt like we walked like a mile.
It's like
and they're fucking massive.
Did it have 2 stories on it?
It might have. I don't fucking know. But it's also one of the ones where it's like each row is like 5 seats instead of 3. Mm-hmm. There was ultra business class, first class, premium, then coach.
I feel like I do remember like being on one of those.
It was one of those planes where first class people had beds.
That's sick.
Yeah, but like that flight, that's like $10,000 to do that. But like but dude, like the plane was huge, and I remember looking at the plane. I was like, oh, we're getting on that. I was like, that's flying us. Like, dude,
creepy.
When you're face to face with a plane that big, you're like, that's not taking.
It's like a cruise ship.
Yes, it's fucking massive, dude.
With wings.
Yeah, and I was just like, and so as soon as I got seated, and I was just me and all the
tossing
dudes.
Them back.
Boop, boop, you get us more drinks.
I feel like with the way planes are built, the best place to crash nowadays is like over water, though, because they have like the inflatable.
Well, dude,
shit.
that's the thing. Jeff, the vocals of Capture, we were looking at the plane, and I was just like, holy shit, I can't believe that thing flies. And he goes, these things are designed to float if they crash, right? In the water? He just starts going off on facts with me because he's flown all around the world. He flies from Australia to U.S. all the time. And he's like, yeah, these things are designed to fucking, withstand anything. So if we crash and go down the ocean, we'll probably be fine. And I was just like...
It just turns into a cruise ship?
Yeah, I was just like...
Does it have a little fucking... like a rudder or like a little motor that goes...
No, but if it splits in halves, it's designed to float.
That's sick.
So if you crash in the ocean, you technically should be fine.
That's lit. Is that what's the coolest place that your music is taking you? Probably, or not music, but creative shit. That probably the coolest place? That's just the most out there place.
I mean, yeah, that's the most out there. I mean, coolest. I mean, I think the coolest place is always like the coolest company. The company is what makes the place cool.
True.
So it's always, Texas.
That trip that we did was so much fun.
Texas with you guys. Whenever I go to Boise.
Stayed in that Airbnb.
Yeah, whenever I go to Boise and I work with We Were Giants, they're, those guys are like brothers to me now. Yeah. They're fucking awesome. Those
are the guys you did the music video in the cave
yes.
with, right?
Yeah, they drug my ass down to a cave.
Shimmied all your shit down into a cave.
Yeah, those guys are fucking crazy.
You were like, hey, can I borrow the gimbal? And the workhorse, we call this lens the workhorse that we use. Yeah. Which, shout out to Tamron for the workhorse.
Tammy, the workhorse. I call her Tammy. Tammy.
Yep. But
you know Tammy gets shit done.
You were like, hey, this is my impression of you. Hey, I need the gimbal. Can I use the gimbal and the workhorse for the weekend? And I was like, yeah, sure. What are you doing with it? He's like, listen up. Listen up. Here's the deal. That's a new thing I'm saying on stage now, by the way.
Listen up.
Sorry, I've been saying listen up. It helps. It's great. Silent Llama. Listen up. No, but you were like, here's the deal. I'm going to be tying this shit to a rope and fucking shimmying it down a hole into a cave. Is that all right with you? And I was like, I guess it's okay with me.
I have to piss my pants real quick.
Do it. Look at the chat. Chat's not going wild on this one, but that's okay. It's 3-4 o'clock on a Wednesday, so. Look at these two handsome boys, the chat says, from Slick Hayes. Hell yeah. What's up, Hayes? Just out here living the dream. With Kenny Powers himself. Jeez, Kenny is taking the longest piss ever. It's just going. It's just White Claw. He's pissing Blackberry right now. Grumpy the Ranch story is fucking hilarious. I'm excited to catch that on film.
Sorry, do we need more claw?
Yeah, grab some.
Sorry, man. I almost bursted my britches.
Dude, that was a good piss.
Dude, I made sure to go till like the last second. But
we're getting buck wild on this podcast.
Yeah. Anything in the chat?
Nothing in the chat right now. I think it's just that time of day where people are driving. They'll probably watch this later. It's fine.
Yeah, no worries. Is there anything else?
My buddy Brandon says, "Look, that lives in the building here." He says, "Look at those two handsome boys." That's all.
Oh, thank you. I'm really red. I get really red when I get like on camera and nervous. Yeah.
Well,
and my skin just gets red.
I know. So I thought you were sunburnt for a minute.
No, I'm just very red, and my face is hot.
I want to know what your first music video shoot was like. That's one thing I wrote down that I really want to talk about.
Okay.
Your first music video shoot. You don't have to name any band names.
No, I just gotta like that I shot or that I was a part of.
Your first music video shoot that you shot.
That I shot.
That's what I want to hear about. I want you to tell stories of fuck.
Okay. I think it was.
How did it turn out? How did it go? What was the whole experience like?
So I think it was for a band called Cathedral Hills.
Oh, okay.
Shout out Aaron. Shout out Cole.
I know that band. They did the whole dress up nice.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Like
Rest in peace, Cole. Rest in peace, Ivan.
Yes, I remember that.
But this was before
Very
Ivan.
sad stuff.
Before Ivan, when this was like when the band first started, and I was just basically just like, yo, I'll do a music video for $300. I just want to figure this shit out. Of course, we did it somewhere in the woods, some shit like that, and then. It went. In the moment, it didn't go bad. But looking back, I'm just like, I learned a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why it was $300.
$300.
They got the Ashley Schaefer BMW fucking wheeling and dealing price. They got the good price, and I drove all the way to Medford. You know.
You never do anything in the woods anymore.
No. But this was back in the day.
I've seen you do a music video for a 2-man band in the woods.
Yes.
And I was like, how is this gonna turn out good?
I didn't know.
And then you sent it to me, or we like went back to the office and you edited it in like a half hour, and I was like, it like looks sick as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
It's like you can make something out of nothing. But anyway, your first music video shoot, not memorable. What's the worst one ever? What is the worst one you've ever had?
I feel like I can't go into that without like, throwing people under the bus and saying bad things. Nobody's gonna hear it.
It's fine. Just whatever. They probably knew it went bad. You don't have to name any names. Just the experience. Like one time I was shooting a video. Does any one of them stick out as the worst?
Not really. It's just like what I rolled back to, like just like circumstances were bad.
Right.
But then I'm like, okay, well this is what needs to get done, guys, and we get it done. And stuff. So I always take, even if it's really shit, I make sure it still happens. I make sure we
You're
still
a very
get everything.
like on the fly kind of dude. I'm always like, so Kenny, how are we gonna do this? You're like, I don't know yet. We're gonna figure it out.
I do, and most of the time I say that because like I have it in my head and I have trouble explaining it to people. So I'm like, it's gonna be better if just when we get there I tell you what to do.
Right.
That might sound shitty. It might sound bad, but it's just like, no, like I'm not going to sit here and try to explain everything in my head because you're not going to understand it even if I do. Just when we get there, I'm going to tell you what to do and it's going to be good.
Dude, and I don't mean to gas you up just to get you clients, but I mean, really, when somebody, especially from our area, is like, oh, look, check out my music video, and it's not you, and I'm not dogging on any other creatives or anything, but I'm just like, you fucked up, kid.
Well, the shit thing is
just go to Kenny.
I wish I worked with more bands from Portland.
Yeah, I mean, I wish there was more bands in Portland. They're all dead now.
There's some.
It's coming
there,
back,
but
it's, there's a lot of them. I remember when we had our tour kickoff show, we lost a band dropped.
Yeah.
And then I had to find a band.
There is
impossible.
Yeah, there's a huge lack of bands, but
it's COVID killed a lot of bands. It's sad.
Yeah, but just like outside of genre too, like I do genre.
That's true. Outside of the genre.
Like But yeah, like, dude, that's the honest fact. Like, I only travel these days, so that's even more reason. It's like Portland doesn't really have anything for me anymore.
Right.
Might be time for me to
head down south,
ride into the sunset to old Texas or Arizona.
Did the Attila music video? Something I wanted to ask you about earlier. Yeah. Did that music video shoot? We kind of glossed over it, but you stayed at the mansion thing with Franz. Yeah. And did that go smoothly, or was there a bunch of problems with that too? There was some cool creative stuff that you ended up doing. That is what I wanted you to kind of talk about.
So yeah, that it was definitely a test. Me and one of the guys that works closely with their band, his name's Billy, and Billy's a fucking great friend of mine. I love Billy. Shout out Billy. Billy's the best. But me and him kind of like through the whole storyboard and everything going on together. One of the big things is I think we did the whole music video with one like Walmart shop light and $40 worth of tube lights and cellophane from Amazon.
It wasn't a crazy set.
No.
Yeah.
And but we had to do the scenes where they were digging up the cash and the guns.
Right. Yeah.
And this actually ended up working out really good, but we had a location in mind.
Grumpy, it's called Metalcore Manson.
By
Attila, if you want to throw it in the chat.
But apparently like Cal was supposed to get a generator or something, and he shows up. Him and Chris, the guitar player, show up to do these parts because we filmed this part the night before. And they're both like kind of already drunk and hungover at the same time. And Cal's like, no, everywhere was sold out of generators. I didn't get one. And I was like, we kind of need power to do all this stuff. And they're like, well, hold on. I got my buddy TJ who like he has like it's really hard to explain, but he basically has like a whole motocross thing like in his backyard. And I was like,
sick.
Huh? And I was like, well, yeah, does it have power? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, okay, let's do that. So we end up going to this guy TJ's house, who's a professional stunt guy and stunt double. So this guy was he was a stunt double for Daryl from The Walking Dead. He also was on our favorite.
That's some big dick shit.
He was also on our favorite show, Eastbound and Down.
No, he was not.
TJ was on. Yeah. So remember.
What did he do on Eastbound?
So season 4, where Kenny
gets the house and shit.
Well, yeah, but he's doing his charity for. His charity's called Poor Black Kids.
Oh my god!
Remember? And he's doing
I vaguely remember this.
And he brings all the new gear to the kids, and then someone steals all the gear and runs off. And Stevie goes, "Hey, get your poor ass off that bike!" and pushes a guy off the motorcycle and takes off to chase after the guy.
He did Stevie on the motorcycle.
He did. TJ was Stevie. Go and get your poor ass off that bike, and then ripped it and fucking out of there. That was TJ. So I met this guy and I was like, no fucking way. You're a fucking legend, bro. And he's just like, but his backyard, it's just like mud, but it's like all these dirt bike jumps. He has a ramp that goes up over his house. So he jumps his house.
Regularly?
Yes.
Flex.
It's like this. Flex. Here's the 2 ramps. His house is my face in the middle.
Oh my god.
And then he has courses around it. And this is like in just like a normal neighborhood in Florida. Normal neighborhood. But yeah, this is how
giant dirt bike ramps in between with a house in between.
Yeah, and then he's got like horses and all that shit in between.
You couldn't get away with that in Portland.
Yeah, but it was like it was big, but it wasn't like anything crazy huge.
Some Florida shit.
Like he had like just two lots of land. Like that's it. Nothing crazy. Like he was in a residential neighborhood.
But you guys filmed the digging, burying the body scene or whatever.
Yeah, the digging up the guns and the cash. So I was able to like duct tape some fucking lights and a fucking TJ gave me a white T-shirt he had off his back actually. I think
for a diffuser or something.
I used it as a diffuser, duct taped it between 2 trees to make it look nighttime-ish.
You're fucking MacGyver, dude.
Dude, it was crazy. Yeah, so it was a lot of like on the fly, like I guess.
What else on the fly about that music?
Just a lot of things, a lot of the shooting, a lot of that.
You did something with the hot tub scene, right? That was kind of like DIY.
I remember.
The light. There was like you were like, hey, go swing the slide around.
Yeah, no. So that was just part of the technique. Like if you notice, like the light, it looks very like cops and robber like searchlighty, like, you know, a light.
Right, like a helicopter searchlight.
Yeah, helicopter searchlight. And so I just had Billy get on a ladder.
So
and I just
and it worked out.
I said just flim this light around whenever we're recording. That's what we did. So and
that
I've used that
shit just makes
I've used that technique for other music videos too, but like it really and then editing and everything, it went good. Like the girls that we got in the music video were way last second. They showed up. And I was just like, I had to
party in the hot tub or whatever.
Yeah, and I was like, here, you guys just got to do this. Just do this. And
they were like wearing masks or something like that.
Yeah, we wanted to keep
their identity.
Yeah, we didn't want anyone's clear identity being shown besides the band members.
Yeah.
So that's why we did that.
What was the snake scene like? Because there's a snake scene in like a clean room.
Oh, yeah, we did that as well. That was like, you know, like I thought the studio would have like decent lighting. They didn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you have to hang a light or?
I just had to like fuck around with what they had, and we didn't have that much time in it. So I was just like, all right, we just got to make this look good. Ended up like doing a good job.
Sony fucking worked out for you.
Oh yeah, we got it done just like we do. But no, the snake. Yeah, we brought Franz's snake. I forgot about that. And
it's a cool shot in that video. It looks cool.
Yeah, dude. So
really
basically, I was just like, because Franz, he's not scared of his snake at all. He's like, yeah, she can do this, she can do that, she can do whatever. So we got all the performance shots, got her out of her thing, and, you know, just fucking ripped it with her. And
with the snake?
Yeah, and
What's
did all
its
that.
name?
I can't remember. I'm a piece of shit for that. Can't remember.
Sorry, Franz.
Sorry, yeah.
That's funny. Was that one of the cooler ones you shot? Or did you have fun with that experience? Was it a top tier music video experience?
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun, and I definitely, you know, I feel like I stepped up to the plate, and I did what I delivered. I delivered on the test.
And that was the best music video off their whole album cycle thing. Right? Song.
I'm not gonna say anything, but
but it was.
I'm not gonna disagree with you.
Right.
I think it was a really cool music video.
Yeah.
You know, and shout out to Billy too. Billy really helped me like give me the ideas for the storyboard, and we really crafted that together. So it was a team effort on that front. But as far as like, dude, like we did everything the ghetto way. You know, we got tube lights and wrapped them in green cellophane.
You're good at kind of operating in that. There's some people that bring out way too much shit to music videos.
Yeah, dude, I literally
too
like
many lights
for the
and
hot tub
lights
scene. I remember we had 2 tube lights wrapped in green cellophane duct tape to Franz's palm trees. Like that's the kind of ghetto shit we did for that music video, but it looked fucking good, you know.
It did look good.
And then like for the digging scene, I also had Billy run around with one of those green cellophane tube lights, like do an accent green light on all of them while we were filming all those digging up the fucking money scenes and all that.
So, what do you think is like the videos you're or one or two of the ones you're like most proud of? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is there one that sticks out to you? Not maybe it's not the man. You know, maybe like the Attila one's the bigger one that you've done for a bigger artist, and obviously you're proud of that. But just when you watch it, you're like, fuck, I'm proud of that.
Osasha, lose my number.
Grumpy, will you link that? Osasha, lose your number.
Lose my number, yeah.
Lose my number.
Because I think
Is that the one with the fight scene?
Yes.
That you showed me, and I was really drunk, and it like made me tear up.
Yes.
Because you captured the emotion,
dude. Yeah, and I really.
And I'm a crier, dude.
Yeah,
I'll go to a concert if the band is killing it on stage. I will tear up.
And this was another music video. Osasha, they gave me a lot of creative control, so I think that was all my storyboard, all my conception, all my everything. So, and I remember when we were filming the fight scenes and stuff like.
Here, I'll find it. Hang on.
Or I could text it to you.
Oh, that's fine. We're not. I'll post this on YouTube, but I don't care if it gets pulled from YouTube.
It's Osasha.
How do you spell that?
Osatia.
Lose my number. There it is.
Yeah.
All right, and then we should be able to get this up on the screen.
Yee.
Cat's food is dropping, fresh drop, dude.
Yeah, this video, man, we shot this in the middle of like a snowstorm and everything, and this was like the first, I think, one of my first real big like actual director experiences where I learned what it was like to be a director. Because, yeah, Alex and the girl in this video, sorry, I can't remember her name right now, but she's awesome. She's such a sweetheart. they had to like fight and stuff, and I'd put like real director boots on to be like, no, you guys
I'll
aren't.
put the link in the chat so people can.
Yeah, like you guys aren't doing this right. You need to do it like this. You need to like, and I was able to. Actually, that was like the first time I was like, I got emotion out of something through a film,
Right.
And like it really conveyed something strong.
It's super good video. I want to bring it up real quick, honestly, if I can. It's just giving me some trouble here. Here we go. I got it. See here. I think they can hear it. Maybe. Oh yeah, we can hear it too.
And then the fruit, that's the milk trick from Nickelback.
The what? The milk trick?
Yeah, I don't know why it always stuck with me. But there was a shot of just the avocado.
Here, wait, let's go back to it. In the very beginning?
Kind of, yeah. So it starts, he's reading the note. So we're in the future, but we're going back to the past. Yeah, she's in the kitchen.
And this is about like a breakup.
Kind of, yeah. She's leaving his ass. The shot's coming up. So she's doing daily task life shit, You got to make it human.
She's making some avocado toast.
Yeah. And then, where is it? Right there, that shot of just the avocado. Like, dude, because I remember there was a Nickelback music video. I think it was, and they say that a hero could save us. And there's just a glass of milk, but with them in the background.
Okay.
It puts the human aspect in things. Like,
yeah,
they were just drinking a glass of milk, and then this happened.
And then, isn't your favorite part of this the like fight scene?
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Which is coming up. I want to make sure it still looks good. They can still see it.
Yeah, it's coming up right here. And these shots I got with Alex were just great. Great whiskey pour.
Still kind of working out the kinks of like getting stuff.
Yeah. And their music's just, I just love this band.
It is dope. It kind of reminds me of if like Cute Is What We Aim For was heavier.
Yeah, they're just.
And that's not supposed to be a diss.
No,
like,
yeah.
It's that type of music.
Yeah, I just had these guys just fucking fight each other so hard. And I showed them like what to do and what I wanted and just let them go. And once they finally like understood the assignment, they went off and they did great shit. Especially her. She was so good, dude. Like, yeah, dude.
Dude, remember that country video? That how crazy that girl was at fighting?
This girl was great too. But yeah, like getting that emotion from Alex, like, because there's no script. All you have is expression in all this.
Right.
And like, fucking.
Dope. I remember I was super hammered when you showed me this video at your house, and I just was like, I felt like I was getting broken up. With
Yeah, dude. That was
really
the goal of it, man. Like,
it really makes you
even
feel
I
like,
still. Yeah, dude, right here.
Oh yeah.
She did this naturally. Puts the double middle fingers up. The camera shake that happened with it because I didn't know it was happening.
Yes.
Like, dude, yeah.
Chills.
We just got some good raw shit.
Look at that. So she's done.
Dude, yeah. She was great. She was in another music video of theirs too that we did. She was awesome. Boom.
Sick. That's one of your favorites, though.
Yeah, for sure. Because like I said, that was one of the first ones, that like I did, and I knew I had to get emotion through the camera. I had to get it, and I was able to actually like direct and get that from two people that weren't like the most experienced actors. And but there's no better feeling like when you get it and you're looking it back. When I was editing this music video, like I was on the verge of tears the whole time.
Right.
And I was like, damn, we really, and yeah, if you guys are listening, go watch the whole music video because the beginning ties to the end. It all, it's a pretty generic story, but like, with this music video, I told a whole ass fucking story. And then also their We Care video. I did
We
the story.
Care.
Yeah, We Care. I did that storyboarding too, and that one's a little deeper.
Nice.
It's the first one.
This one. Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah,
That's good.
but yeah, no, and so that kind of got me like addicted to that too. Like
Of basically doing a storyboard thing.
I love emotion. I love pulling emotion out of people.
But you don't like. But when we were talking earlier, you were saying that like the story thing is kind of a swing and a miss sometimes. A lot of the time, right?
Exactly.
When you
Yeah,
do
that's
a
why.
story.
But that's why Osasha. They were like, "Hey, Kendall, what do you want to do? Just like write
They
this."
really just let you do it.
Yeah, they let me do. I
that's why-
storyboarded and wrote and
Right.
configured that whole thing.
What was the country music video called that we did?
Oh, the Boondock Boys, baby.
I want to pull that one up because
Yeah.
I had a part. I did the drone footage for that. One.
Taylor killed the drone shit.
I almost broke my drone.
Yeah, you crashed it. In some
Did I
bushes.
crash it?
You crashed it. Yeah.
That was later though.
Yeah.
The really sketchy shots were
Not
actually
the Boondocks. It's the Boondock Boys.
Which one is it?
Stingray, dude. Stingray. No, Stingray. Down.
This one?
Yep, Stingray.
Alright.
Can you read?
Can you read?
Can you
boy?
fucking read?
Here, hang on.
I also like, dude, I can't. I love this song now too. Every song I've done a music video for, I can sing every word.
Really? Because you've just seen it so many times.
I've seen it and fucking heard the song a million times. You know I'm one for all. Is that too hard to see? I've held the world, although I can barely breathe. That's this song.
All right.
I'm singing it to you.
It's a beautiful serenade that you did
Thank
there.
you.
That was great. All right, let's just do this. Pull it up right here. I like that better. These guys fuck.
Dude, fuck yeah, they
These
do.
guys fuck. I
love
like
the Boondock Boys. And some of the coolest guys in the world. Had to open with a drone shot. Had to. And then the performance shot, that was the other challenging thing with this. Is like there wasn't much performance shots until the end, and they gave me someone else's footage
Those
to work
drone
with.
shots. It's
Beautiful.
hard for people to see those.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna blow it up a little bit.
Yeah. Go off, King.
That was the really sketchy, like, I guess I just have to cover up or something.
Yeah. Who cares?
Like, those shots were easy. But, like, it's those drone shots in the middle where I'm going through the middle of the trees right here.
Dude, yeah.
That shit was sketchy,
But it was so good.
worth it.
It was so good,
Sometimes
yeah.
you just gotta risk it for the brisket, dude.
You do.
You know what I mean? And
yeah.
look at that shit.
You gotta
Boom!
say, yep, you gotta send it.
Sup.
That one, perfect composition, perfect
Suck.
entryway, right into the trees.
And this abandoned house was
Yeah.
dope.
But yeah, we didn't have a whole lot for performance-wise. You know, we just had Skylar to work with.
True.
And that was like another kind of challenge with the video that I think we pulled off well.
Oh, and then this also has the epic guitar break shot where it breaks the guitar.
Yeah.
Where is that? This was so much fun. I'm like, give me more country music.
I know, dude.
We
I
would
want to do more.
Destroy a Luke Combs video. Let's
Fuck, we
go.
would. Yeah, but
They just got all that money.
they do. So they can put a red camera anywhere and make it look sick.
Rent a red camera.
We could.
Lines.
Especially with the Luke Combs budget. Yeah.
Here's the guitar break.
Oh, go back a little bit. Yeah.
Sick. We can only do this once.
That was
you know?
once, yep. And I made sure to have them stop between every single smash so I can change the angle and get different compositions of it.
Such an artsy motherfucker.
I think one of my favorite shots too is like in the abandoned house when the girl comes up and kisses him.
Oh yeah, those shots I like a lot.
Dude, yeah, these drone shots were epic as fuck. Country is all hell.
Country as fuck.
Country is all hell.
Killed it.
See the fresh baled hay.
I love it.
Can't ride it, dude. Can't ride it. Guitar solo
This is where I
ripping.
crashed the drum.
Yes, but these shots are so fucking epic. It's all live in hell. This whole part of the music video is actually really cool.
She fucking tipped us each
Dude.
$100.
Yeah.
Ones that you'll never know.
probably one of my favorite shots. This.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up, dude. Look up. Got him.
Bro. Wow. Epic.
That shit was fun as fuck. And then this was all live footage that they gave me that someone else shot. So I had to work that in and transition it.
With the live footage. I was concerned about how that was
I was very concerned. Yeah, whenever someone's like, we got footage for you, I'm just like, God fucking damn it. Because I always want to be there to shoot it. People don't understand that like shooting is a huge part of the process.
I feel like I could shoot a music video for you.
Yes.
You've taught me how to you shoot.
Yeah,
right?
but even then, I would still have some things like, fuck, I wish this would have been, this would have been done this way or that way. So it really was. But the thing is, the guy got a lot of footage. So like a lot of the footage in that live part of the music video was like not even to the song. Like some of it was, but a lot of it was just like shit I found that I just slowed down, and it took a long fucking time. Just going
Luckily,
through
you shot it at the right
footage.
frame rate.
Yeah, he did everything right. Shout out to that guy, whoever you are. Fucking thank you. You did pretty good. So thank you. And
Dude.
he did, and he was smart enough to do gimbal and handheld.
What a G.
What a fucking
He didn't have
G.
to do all that.
He didn't have to do it, but he
Wow.
did. Because I was waiting. I was like, this motherfucker's just running around with the gimbal all fucking night. That's all it's going to be. It's all just going to be static
Which is
shit.
like, it sounds like a great idea.
Sounds like great. It's not.
It's not.
It's not. You need both. You need intimacy. Handheld is where you get intimacy.
You get the real camera shakes.
Yes,
In-camera body movement.
real human connection to the camera.
Exactly.
I know that sounds like artsy bullshit, but like that's real shit. You know,
It is.
That's why The Walking Dead is all filmed fucking handheld. You know, like
true.
it makes things more intimate. But
Camera
yeah,
shake is, it's funny because you pay all this money for in-body stabilization. You pay all this money for a gimbal to stabilize your shot.
Yeah.
Only to find out that when you're shooting certain things, like the camera shake is what makes it
It's
fucking
what makes
real.
it, yeah.
Like
Yep.
you should just leave it and do
Yeah.
it handheld.
And that's also been really cool. Like discovering things like that, like along my journey and stuff. You know, that's just been really cool. That's been really fun. And
Do you have any advice for anyone? Like any creative advice from music to camera to anything like?
I would say the biggest thing is like art in general, all arts. There's no right way. There's no wrong way.
There's just your way.
Don't let anyone fucking tell you twisted. All these fucking college kids, all these guys that went to the fucking Art Institute and blew fucking, you know, a whole goddamn mortgage on their fucking art education that isn't worth a fucking damn. You know, they'll tell you, oh, well, you got to do it this way. You got to do it that way. No, fuck that. There is no right way. There's no wrong way. It's art. It's subjective. There's just your way. So whatever software works for you, whatever fucking ways of working the software works for you, whatever fucking floats your fucking
Whatever
boat,
composition,
that's
whatever.
the way, and
Yeah.
that's your style. That's how you get artists. Everyone could have a fucking red camera. Whoever fucking does the coolest shit with it is the one that's the fucking
Right,
real
and you
deal.
don't even need a red camera to do
No,
that.
exactly. Yeah, and they've done so many tests with that. There's been people that have like,
So many side-by-sides.
yeah, they've given a newbie a red and then a experienced videographer like a Canon T6i.
Yeah.
And like the T6i experienced people fucking they crushed.
Exactly.
But yeah, there's no right way or wrong way, and don't let, you know, a lot of artists, a lot of people, they're honestly fucking shysters, dude. Artists aren't fucking nice people, especially to other artists. You know, I was given a lot of grief coming up in the game.
Which I feel like, to pause for just a second,
Yeah.
like people like you and I, like they should have never given us a camera, because we have a tenacity and an ability from from doing music shit, and just we're outgoing, charismatic people, right?
Yeah.
And then we're not your typical dude with a camera. You know what I mean? And so it's like a lot of the artsy fartsy guys that are like elitist about doing camera shit. They're not gonna adopt the same things the same, you know.
No,
way that
and
we're
that's-
going. They're not
and
gonna
that's-
approach things the same way that we do.
And that's how good art is created. Good art is created by thinking outside the box and doing things that people don't do. It's, you know, but that's the other thing with being an artist. With great risk comes great reward, but also with great risk comes great risk, and you're not gonna nail everything.
Right.
You know, if you're an artist and stuff, you're gonna eat shit.
Right.
You're gonna eat shit a lot. I've eaten a lot of shit. I've learned to love shit. Shit's fucking great. It's one of my
Tastes
favorite
great.
meals. You know, but yeah, and then beyond that, one thing that I've learned over all my years that I tell all my friends that like ask me about like film stuff specifically. This is gonna sound really fucking dumb, but hear me out. In the movie World War Z,
Okay.
Brad Pitt, he
Savage.
yeah, fucking love Pitt. You know, he gets him and his family. They're in the apartment building. They come into contact with the other family, and they don't speak English. And Brad Pitt, he's like, yo, from all my studies and everything, like, if we stay here, we're going to die. And then he translates from him. He goes, memento is life. Memento is life. Saying movement is life. Same fucking thing could be told in video. Memento, camera work and shooting and everything. Memento is life. You need to have some aspect of moving, whether it be in post, in the moment, camera shake or gimbal body or movement. Something like that. There needs to be some kind of movement. Memento is life.
Don't
movement is life. So even the shots that I put on a tripod and film with a tripod, I'm doing some kind of post zoom or something with it.
Pan.
So yeah, just movement is life. Movement is key. Keep things moving and keep things energetic, and that also creates intimacy. It creates emotion and other things like that. But I've also done shit with just a tripod stuff. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, keep shit fucking movement. Movement's life. Keep it fucking movement. If you're ever stranded in the woods, go to a fucking flowing river. The water's gonna be clean because all the movement and all the stuff, it gets filtered through the rocks and everything, and actually makes the water cleaner for you. It's still bodies of water that will kill you, not flowing bodies of water. So keep things flowing. Keep things
flowing, baby. Hell yeah.
Nature.
Keep it natural. Keep it flowing.
Yeah. Also.
Cheers.
A real artist would just not fucking listen to me and go do what you want to do. So go do what you want to do.
Kenny, we just did 2.5 hours. You're a fucking creative powerhouse. You're a legend, and I love you so much.
I love you so much, dude.
And
love you.
You're one of my favorite goddamn people.
You're one of my favorite people.
Support Kendall. Support Dead Crown. It's Dead Crown and go fuck your mother, as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you. Love you guys.
And hire him for your next music video, your next whatever. He's an absolute legend.
Yeah, let's make some cool shit.
We did it. We did the podcast.
Fuck yeah. Thank you guys.
We did it.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, bro.